Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
This is the NBA on SiriusXM.
Full steam out of the backcourt, all the way to the rim for a thunderous slam.
Every game, all season long, through the NBA Finals.
Drives, he jump stops, he's off balance, he put it up and in. I don't know how.
Your home for hoops is SiriusXM Radio. Now, let's take you courtside for the game.
With teammates, he's able to score, but also to find his teammates. I think he's making huge strides for us.
He's a beast, and we're a team that likes to get in the paint. So I think a lot of times we're getting in the paint, we're finding them, and that he's going to float people to death. Same time, if we go, we take the ball up strong and miss a shot, he's there. The big man tries to go block, he's there for the rebound. He's getting those rebounds, and he's finishing. He's blocking shots on the other end, and fighting. So Yak's doing a lot of things out there for us.
The voices of Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic and also Raptor R.J. Barrett talking about Jakob Poeltl, who has been an absolute beast for Toronto this season and certainly was last night, albeit in a loss to the Detroit Pistons. And we welcome you inside our broadcast studios as we get set for the tip-off in Boston between the Raptors and Celtics. Toronto Raptor basketball brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is how we fan. Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors. Jonesy, I have seen at least 2, if not 3 different websites, including the NBA's official website and also the NBA's official scoring website that we have access to, let alone ESPN and Sportsnet and everybody else. He had 20 rebounds. He had 19 rebounds. He had 18 rebounds. Originally, Raptors media relations sent out a tweet last night that he was the third 2020 in franchise history, but then that was taken away because they ended up doing a recount at some point, and I believe it was officially listed last night as 19 rebounds and 25 points. So I don't know how you don't get the home cooking stats at home, but he missed out on the 2020. But either way, 25 points with 19 rebounds, 3 assists in the ball game last night to the Pistons. And another game where I'm going to insert the broken record, put it on the wheel and spin it around and say woulda, coulda, shoulda. I feel like this team has played well enough to probably be 5-8, maybe 6-7, but they walk in tonight 2-11, getting set to face the 10-3 Boston Celtics.
I agree, Eric. It just seems like they're better than their record, and there are a couple things, precluding them from having a better record. Dwayne Casey was in the building last night in his advisory role in Detroit, and you and I both spoke to him, and his words just rang with me last night. It's a make-or-miss league. Grady had a practice shot. RJ even talked about it in the postgame. I was thinking about dunking it myself, but I saw Grady wide open. That's an open 3 for Grady in the corner. I'll take that all day. Yeah, but the make-or-miss nature of the league, he misses, and instead of being up 1, you end up losing that thing. He gets another look, and the other one was tougher because people were expecting him to take that shot. That was not an easy look. It was probably a little more pressure under that one. But those are things, little things. Turnovers, key turnovers at the wrong time. Not grabbing a rebound to finish a good defensive sequence. These are all little things that you lament, but they are the difference between winning and losing, particularly in close games. I mean, if you're this young Raptor team, you want to be in close games to learn what to do and then start to see it pay off by stealing one of those games here and there. And last night was another one that could have gone in the win column, but, it ends up going in the loss column. A couple of missed shots. And listen, I'll say this. It's learning for the coaches too, Eric. We talk about Darko having enough timeouts to manage the game at the end. All of those little things. Mm-hmm. It's learning for everybody. So, give Toronto credit. They're battling. They're also battling very shorthanded, very undermanned. But at the same time, nobody's going to feel sorry for you in this league.
Well, that leads me perfectly right into the injury report brought to you by Desjardins Insurance. Get insurance that's really big on care. Desjardins Insurance. It hasn't gotten any better or any easier for the Raptors when we talk about the injury bug and the list of guys that are still sidelined for this team, as Toronto will go to battle tonight yet again without Scotty Barnes and Emmanuel Quickley, and still without Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk as well. So lots to consider for the Raptors in terms of the injuries. Not only those four guys, but Jacoby Walter with the AC joint sprain in that right shoulder, and DJ Carton with the G League team with the 905 on a two-way. So we're talking about, as we've said almost every broadcast so far this season, 2 of your 5 starters and 2 of your top 4 guys off the bench as you projected at the beginning of the season, probably 2 of your top 3 guys with Olynyk and Brown, and then, of course, with Quickley and Barnes. But you're not going to get any crying or any sympathy from the Boston Celtics or from the Celtic fans as they get set for the tip-off in Beantown. We're going to step aside for the break. When we come back, we'll have Jonesy's keys to victory and then the starting lineups and the tip-off between the Celtics and Raptors right here on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
439 Pizza Nova. 439 Pizza Nova.
Ciao, I'm Dominic Vimucci, and I have exciting news to share. Ciao Rewards is here. Turn your love for pizza into delicious rewards. Download our new app and start earning points to redeem for free pizza and exclusive offers. Taste the difference even more with Ciao Rewards.
439 Pizza Nova.
Need to send money in another currency? With Wise, you can send money internationally without hidden fees. From dollars to dong, pounds to pesos, euros to yen, you could save up to 3 times compared to major banks. Send money with Wise in more than 40 currencies without getting ripped off. See how much you could save. Download the Wise app today. Wise, the app for doing things in other currencies. Terms and conditions apply.
RedTag.ca's early Black Friday pre-sale is here with up to 65% off vacation packages. Plus, a chance to win back your trip up to $5,000. No matter the destination, from adventurous to relaxed, your next escape deserves the best pre-Black Friday deals. Don't wait. Book today at redtag.ca or call 1-866-5REDTAG. Offer ends November 21st. Certain conditions apply.
RedTag.ca.
Celebrating 20 years. Book today.
The Nissan All-In Clear-Out event is on now, where you can lease or finance select remaining 2024 Sentra from 0.99% for 24 months. Plus, qualified Nissan owners may receive up to $500 in loyalty bonus. Go all in with a Nissan Sentra, featuring a beautifully redesigned front grille and sporty design. And the available around view monitor helps give you a 360 view of what's around you, and maybe what having superpowers feels like. Conditions apply. Quantities limited. See Nissan.ca for details.
How do you, Subway holiday lover?
I'm dreaming of a turkey sub.
Well, hold on to your chestnuts for Subway's new festive faves meal. A 6-inch turkey sub with cranberry Dijon, crispy potato rings, and 2 red velvet cookies.
Ooh, jingle my bells.
No thank you, but all this delicious and fixins for just $8.99.
Yum. Maybe some sugar plums.
No idea what that is. The new festive faves meal. A merry $8.99. Only at Subway. At participating Canadian restaurants. Extras additional. Terms and conditions apply.
By the fireplace.
We all know things tend to break when you need them most, like your furnace breaking down in the middle of a cold snap. That's why Enercare is offering a free furnace checkup for homeowners in the GTA. That's a $99 value. If your furnace has any issues, our Enercare experts can fix it, or we can get you a new one as soon as the next day. Don't get stuck shivering. Keep your home comfortable with Enercare. Terms and conditions apply. Visit enercare.ca.
Enercare, experts at home.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. We are still counting down to the tip-off between the Celtics and Raptors. It's coming in about 2 minutes' time, but as we await tip in Beantown, let's take a look at the keys to victory. Brought to you by Honda. Up your game. Lease the CR-V from 2.99% up to 28 months. Visit HondaOntario.com. Jonesy?
Well, the first key is, you need all-round play tonight. Let's break it down. Defensively, you need to be on your game. Celtics number 3 in scoring. They're number 1 in three-point attempts. And the Raptors have this propensity to foul, which puts other teams on the line. Boston is 3rd in the NBA in free throw percentage. And in terms of free throw attempts per game, they're top 10. So your defense has to be on point. It's going to be difficult because of the back-to-back. And then Boston's the kind of team that they're really good. I mean, their defensive rating is top 10. They're top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating, and net rating 3rd overall. So Toronto's got to be on their game offensively and defensively. And then last thing I would say is don't let the fatigue force you into errors that, I mean, it's a back-to-back. Don't let the fatigue force you into errors that your mind plays tricks on you. You try to make a pass or you don't quite get there on the closeout. You stop a step short. Those are things that are effort, and they come apart. They start to lack with fatigue. So the Raptors have to fight the fatigue as well tonight.
Neon green Boston Celtics tonight. Listen, I know it's across the board in the NBA, but
Red Auerbach is rolling over in his grave.
Pretty much just took the line I was going to say. There's certain uniforms. And listen, as a guy that grew up a fan of the Los Angeles Lakers and the Showtime Lakers, it is in my DNA to absolutely despise the Boston Celtics.
Oh, yeah.
But even I can admit that you don't mess with tradition. And the Celtics are one of those teams across all pro sports, you don't mess with it.
In the NBA, I would say Celtics, Knicks, Lakers. Like, you don't touch those. Like, those uniforms stand the test of time. You know, I would say this in football. My Brownies have never gone to any kind of emblem or they have an elf but the uniform is where it is. The Bills, they went from the standing bill to the charging bill. It's been a while now, but basically they haven't messed with anything. There are certain things you don't. The Chargers always with the baby blue and the lightning bolt. Don't fix something that doesn't need fixing.
Unless it's the Browns and you just want to try and fix their record and get a little more in the win column, I suppose, for the Browns.
That's okay. We're drafting young Sanders next year.
All right.
He'll be our quarterback.
Tip-off is actually controlled by the Raptors because the Celtics actually won it, but the ball went out of bounds over onto the far sideline, so Toronto starts with the ball, nearly turns it over as R.J. Barrett was looking to go inside to Jakob Poeltl, and it's deflected away by Boston, so Toronto keeps it. They toss in from the side, and now Barrett has it up top. Driving down Main Street, a little bit shaded toward the near side, curls it off glass, in with a nifty little layup for Barrett, and the Raptors strike first. It's 2-0. Boston brings it across center. It's Derek White. Up top to Tatum, fakes the handoff back to White, goes over on the near side to Jaylen Brown, brings it toward the baseline. Looking to go at Davion Mitchell, and Mitchell held him up, got a hand in there, took the ball away, and the Raptors force a turnover. Barrett, far sideline to Grady Dick. Grady brings it to the baseline, trying to spin away from White, goes into the lane to Jakob Poeltl, and Yak missed the little baby hook.
Well, Kate is a big body and gave him a little bit of problem.
And back the other way, Jaylen Brown right under the tin. Toronto tried to stop him defensively. R.J. Barrett got up there for the contest, but ended up catching too much arm on Jaylen Brown, and that will send Brown to the free throw line. Neemias Queta, Jonesy, who was, you were just talking about moments ago, in the starting lineup tonight for Boston. Out there with Al Horford, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White. And for the Raptors, of course, Davion Mitchell, Grady Dick, Ochai Agbaji, R.J. Barrett, and Jakob Poeltl.
Raptors need to be aware of helping Davion Mitchell. He is a pest, a gnat out on the floor on the ball. I mean, he gave Cade Cunningham fits last night. But when they get a switch and they take him into the post, the Raptors need to be able to support him, pressuring the ball, help side, because there's a mismatch that other teams like to try and exploit.
Jaylen Brown makes good on both free throws, so we're now tied 2-2. Minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Thanks for tuning in on a Saturday night. Barrett driving down toward the painted area, near side, goes back up top to Grady Dick. Grady blows a tire. Keeps the ball, though. Hands it off to Barrett, to Pirtle in the lane. And there's that floater again as Pirtle gets it to go. And Toronto goes up 4-2.
Nice action by Toronto there, and Grady not panicking when he fell.
Brown back for Boston. Cada presenting in the lane, but instead Brown goes over on the wing far side to White. White covered by Grady Dick. Crossed him up, got into the paint. His running floater is good, and we're tied 4-4.
Tough shot. That's a professional shot. You're not seeing that in any college game.
Quickly back the other way, driving to the tin, far side, and missing with a lefty scoop was R.J. Barrett.
Had a great shot at it. Did a nice job of compromising the defense, even though they were back there.
Brown trying to drive along the baseline far side. Mitchell again held him up. Brown wanted a call, thought he was being pushed.
I thought he was too. Davion got away with one, but good for him. Defensive player, you got that reputation. Maybe you get the call.
So Boston will inbound toward the far corner on the baseline as Tatum gets it into Cada. Back to Tatum. Tatum, triple, far sideline, no good. Nice contest there by Ochai. Barrett with the rebound, pushes ahead to Mitchell. Over to Grady, and then Grady tried to make an extra pass into the corner to Ochai, who wasn't in the spot that Grady thought, and Dick tosses it away. Turnover, Toronto.
You just got to be more careful, Grady. You're on the run, just stop and make sure. I mean, that pass, when we look at the Boston replay, it was tough. It was going out of bounds anyway.
And it turns into a triple on the other end as Derek White buries one far side on the wing, and Boston takes the lead at 7-4.
So you don't get a look at a three, and they knock one down.
Barrett over on the wing far side to Grady, driving toward the baseline. And then he tried for the shot off glass, couldn't get it to go. Another good contest there by Derek White, and Boston gets the rebound. Toronto down 3. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here, opening quarter. Tatum to Cada, and he got away with a walk, and that's why Jonesy was bellowing in the background, because he definitely picked up that foot and dragged it.
Wow, that was, and again, I keep saying this, I'd love the NBA not to be so selective with the enforcement of violations. I know it's entertainment, but gosh, you got to maintain some integrity.
So Cada finishes on the alley-oop dunk in the lane, in some traffic, to put Boston up 9-4. It's a 5-point advantage with 9:17 to go in the opening frame on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Getting my Honda CR-V has opened the door to adventure. With Econ Mode to maximize fuel efficiency, I'm free to explore. And with tons of cargo space, it's easy to pack for getaways. My dog, camping gear. It's like I've discovered a wild, adventurous side of me. Whoop, Alice is excited too.
Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive for $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,000 down. Offer includes $1,500 lease bonus. OAC conditions apply. See HondaOntario.com.
Experience the new modern Mexicana menu at Mucho Burrito, like pineapple pork al pastor, tender pork, pineapple salsa, and al pastor sauce with a zesty kick. Get it as a taco trio for only $9.95. Or the bold, smoky flavor of our Guajillo grilled chicken in a burrito for only $11.75. Get them all in your choice of burrito bowl or taco. And save room for new churro fries, loaded nachos, and taquitos. The new menu at Mucho Burrito. Love what you eat and love Mucho. Prices may vary by location.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. First quarter, 9:17 to play, and Boston leads 9-4. A 5-point lead for the Celtics as they shoot 3 of 4 to start the ball game, 75%. Derek White with 5 to lead the way. We were talking about those Boston uniforms. Just to give you a bit more of a breakdown, they are a black uniform with...
That's black?
Bright. It is black, isn't it?
That's black?
I think it's black. If it's not black, then I need to go...
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going with black, but I don't know. Jonesy, maybe... one of our eyes aren't working, I guess. I'm saying black with neon green
Oh, yeah, it
lettering.
is black. Yeah, it is.
And then there's a neon green and a dark green crisscross stripe across the side. It's not a bad look, but it's not a great look for the Boston Celtics.
Can't believe somebody got paid for that.
Grady, free throw line jumper, too strong, back rim, wouldn't go down, but Boston couldn't squeeze as Horford and Tatum went after it. And it goes off the Celtics out of bounds, so the Raptors will get a fresh 14 and a second look.
RJ did a nice job, or Ochai did a nice job of contesting the rebound.
Mitchell, inbound. Grady in the near corner, misses another triple, and Mitchell couldn't get to the rebound. Jaylen Brown's got it for Boston. He'll bring it up. Across that big Boston logo at center. Brown shakes free from Mitchell, then whips a pass, cross-court, over to the far sideline to Al Horford, who rips the triple, and Boston goes up 12-4.
This is what makes Boston so dangerous. Other than Keita, they have 4 guys on the floor, all capable of making threes, and they work off volume.
Al Horford just contested the layup attempt from R.J. Barrett, got a piece of it, and R.J. missed again right at the rim. Boston the other way, dancing through traffic, high-stepping to the tin is Jason Tatum to put Boston up 14-4. They're on a 12-0 run. Pirtle trailing the play, catches the pass from Mitchell, now gives it up to Barrett. Barrett in the lane again, whips through traffic, got his shot denied, but then it goes off RJ as he's falling out of bounds. It's Celtics ball.
I thought there was some contact there, but love the fact that RJ went to the basket.
14-4, Boston now leading, and Barrett just took away a lazy pass intended for Tatum. Ahead to Grady. Back to RJ on the alley-oop dunk, and the Raptors convert to finally end the 12-0 Boston run. 14-6. Brown on the baseline far side, cut off by Mitchell, goes all the way back up top, out towards center court to Derek White, who turns, fires, and misses on a triple from the far wing. The Raptors grab the rebound. Ochai across center court. Abaji given a ton of space, pulls up and drains the three right in the face of Al Horford.
Ochai's been playing really, really well. Give him a lot of credit.
Toronto trying to punch back now, trailing 14-9. Back-to-back buckets and a mini 5-0 run. Jaylen Brown, far sideline, missing the triple. Al Horford just snags the rebound, gives it up to Keita, dances down toward the left block, then turns around, fires back out on the perimeter to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Tatum, step back over Ochai, 3-ball, no good, back rim. Pirtle boxes out Keita, taps it to his teammates, and here come the Raptors.
That's the league, but that's a terrible shot to me.
Grady trying to shake free from White. Goes back up top now above the arc to Davion Mitchell. Pirtle comes to set the screen on a switch. Mitchell picked up by Keita, bounces the pass over on the far sideline to Grady. Good look, couldn't knock it down. Grady 0 for 4 to start this game. Brown, near side, inside the arc. Went left, spun right, got into the lane, turned, fired, missed the shot, but was fouled by Davion Mitchell, and Mitchell does not like that call.
Well, again, there's the situation I talked about before where they see Davion Mitchell and they try to take advantage of him from a size standpoint.
14-9, Boston leading by 5, shooting 55%. As Jaylen Brown, goes to the free throw line. He's the only player on either side to get to the stripe thus far. 5.5 minutes into the ballgame, 5:32 to be exact, as Brown knocks down the first free throw. Jakob Poeltl is going to sit down as Bruno Fernando checks in for Toronto. Poeltl, after that monster night last night, in the first 5.5 minutes here, 2 points and a rebound. Jaylen Brown takes the deep breath. And the second free throw is up and clean. Boston goes up 16-9. Their largest lead, 10, currently leading by 7. Speaking of 7, the Raptors 0-7 on the road this year, still in search of that first victory away from Scotiabank Arena. Of course, they only have 2 wins total anyway. Got to start trying to stockpile a few of them, both at home or on the road. Nice backdoor cuddle on the baseline, R.J. Barrett, and a find in traffic from Grady Dick. The flush for RJ brings Toronto within 5.
Great misdirection action. You know, sometimes the weak side is just statuesque. Not that time.
Brown trying to muscle his way down toward the block far side. And as he turns and fires over Mitchell, they say that Davion Mitchell bellied him up too much and they call another foul, and that's the same official that just called the foul on Mitchell moments ago, and he's shaking his head yet again. 16-11, Boston leading by 5 with 5:51 to go in the first quarter.
If I'm Toronto, I'm just saying to that official, all right, just remember that when, we get Peyton Pritchard in the game and we send, R.J. Barrett down there or we send Ochai down there against Peyton Pritchard. Just remember that.
Well, speak of the devil, Peyton Pritchard checks into the ballgame right now as we speak. With Jaylen Brown missing the first free throw, he short-armed it and knocked it off the front of the rim. Pritchard actually wearing Jaylen Brown's custom shoes. Brown turned down a deal from Nike a few years ago and opted to create his own shoes and wears his own brand. And Peyton Pritchard now sporting the same shoe as well, as Brown knocks down the second free throw to put Boston up by 6 at 17-11. Mitchell staying in the ball game right now with those 2 fouls. He's got the ball right now, hands it to Grady, up top to Bruno, over to RJ, all above the arc right now. Barrett now picked up by Jaylen Brown. He drives down just below the far elbow. Now goes back out on the perimeter to Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Mitchell on the near sideline to Ochai. 3-ball up and in for Ochai Agbaji, and the Raptors have cut it to 3.
Very intentional. Ochai sliding to a spot. He was open, waiting patiently. The ball came to him. Great shot prep. I mean, that, if anybody could see that, that's like a drill. Had his hands out. Mitchell delivered it on time, hit the target. Ochai catches and squares up. That's something you do in the gym. Get reps over and over. Knock that one down. Great job by the Raptors.
17-14. The Raptors have cut the Boston lead to 3 with 5:28 to go in the first quarter. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.
Hey Raptors fans, thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Raptors matchup. We really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with us, enjoying yourselves while we tank for flag, because apparently that's what's going on. Thanks for hitting that like button and sharing this thing out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat chanting, "We the North! We the North!" Let's go Raptors, let's get after it tonight, and thank you once again for being here. We'll see you guys back in the chat.
Approved. Just for license 12616. Oh, Maya. Maya. She loves being cool. 21 degrees is her favorite number. God, she's the coolest, especially at night. So I raised the temp at 10 p.m. because she gets chilly when she sleeps. Maya loves using less energy, and I love Maya. We're basically besties.
With SmartFlow from Enbridge Sustain, you won't have to think about your HVAC, but it will always be thinking of you. With smart controls and zero upfront costs. Visit EnbridgeSustainSmartFlow.com to learn more.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. First quarter is brought to you by Desjardins Insurance. Get insurance that's really big on care. Desjardins Insurance. As Toronto in Boston, trailing by 3. Celtics up 17-14, 5:28 to go in the opening quarter. Raptors getting 6 points from R.J. Barrett. He's the leading scorer in the ball game. And we are still awaiting the return of Scotty Barnes, who's looking pretty dapper in a black suit.
Yeah.
Looking like a Reservoir Dog tonight with the white shirt and the black tie as well. Got the old school loafers on.
Black and white, penny loafers.
But he was working out pregame with that black mask on again. So I would hope or assume that the return is coming soon, as he is starting to do more work on the floor and trying to get used to what it's going to be like playing with that face mask. Out of the timeout, Boston missing a triple in the near corner, but they get the rebound back off the Hauser miss. And Tatum drains a 3. So they still get the 3 they were looking for to go up 20-14.
Boston just volume of threes. 8 of their 11 field goals have been from behind the arc.
They've attempted the 8. They've made 3. They've made 6 total buckets, shooting 6 of 11 for 55%. The Raptors 6 of 14 at 43%. Pritchard, Hauser, and Cornette now off the bench for Boston and into the ballgame. They're out there with Tatum and Horford. For the Raptors, Jamal Shed and Chris Boucher have come into the ballgame. Bruno Fernando came in a couple of moments ago, and he's under the tin right now and caught the pass from Shed and laid it up and in.
Raptors have done a really good job this year on their baseline out of bounds of spacing the floor. If you go back and look, they've had a ton of layups off the stuff they run.
Toronto down 20-16. Pritchard with the fake, set the feet, missed the shot down low. The Raptors can't get the rebound, though, and yes, they do, as Shed took it away on the perimeter from Pritchard. So the Raptors ultimately get the stop after Pritchard missed the 3-ball. Fernando, 1 foot inside the arc, promptly turns the ball right back over. Celtics get it ahead to Tatum, and instead of taking the 3, he went for the alley-oop to Cornette, who bobbled the pass, and it goes out of bounds onto the baseline, and Toronto will get the ball back. Toronto catching a break there, see if they can take advantage. Trailing by 4 with 4:05 to play in this opening frame. Barrett comes around a screen set by Fernando, then gives it up to Bruno in the lane, leans in on Cornette, went right, came back left, scooped it way too hard off glass, missed the shot. And what are they calling here?
Foul on Sam Hauser. R.J. Barrett, seeing that Bruno was in trouble and the shot was going up to the rim, said, let me get in here in case he misses, and Sam Hauser with the push in the back.
Well, I saw Fernando kind of dejected and looking upset, so I wondered if they were somehow calling him on a foul. I think he was just mad that there wasn't a whistle against Cornette. Either way, the Raptors keep the possession alive here thanks to the foul. They inbound the ball, and Barrett now gets into the lane. Went right, cut off left, goes back on the perimeter to Chris Boucher. Contested 3-ball is up, no good. Crashing through traffic to try and get it for Toronto was Ochai Agbaji, but it goes out of bounds off Ochai, and it'll be Boston ball. With 3:44 to go in the opening frame, and the Celtics leading 20-16. Tatum on the logo at center. Tatum now driving on the near side, passes to a wide open Al Horford in the near corner. Triple went not quite halfway down, but he had a great look and nearly made the Raptors pay. Toronto dodges that one as Ochai comes back the other way. Gets by Tatum, finds Bruno. Bruno skipping to the tin, missed it, but a putback jam is good for Chris Boucher, and the Raptors have cut it to 2.
Really nice job by Bruno. Decisive, even though he didn't get it down, decisive, and used his quickness and foot speed against Luke Cornette.
Toward the near sideline, it's Pritchard trying to shake free from Shed.
Come on.
And where was the foul there?
Shed had him on lockdown.
I'm watching the immediate replay here, and I still don't see where the foul is. Huh.
Shed had him on lock.
3:02 to go here, opening quarter. Raptors, once down 10, have cut it to 2. It's 20-18. As Walsh comes into the ballgame now for Boston. Pritchard now gives it up to Tatum. Tatum at the free throw line, turns, fires over Shed. And another foul comes in against Shed on the jump shot from Tatum. It will send Tatum to the free throw line. Was there a foul there?
No, there wasn't. Tatum was falling back, and in a natural motion of falling back, trying to get the ball to the basket, his right leg extended. His right leg extended, and that's what like this is I'm trying to choose my words carefully now.
A problem for the league.
This is beyond a problem for the league, where players continue to bait officials into calling reactions.
Tatum makes good on both free throws to push the lead back up to 4 with now 2:40 to go here in the opening quarter. Ochai to Fernando above the near elbow. Bruno holding the ball, now looking to hand off. Faked it to Grady. He's got to give it up to somebody. Somebody's got to come to the ball, and finally Ochai does. On the near side, Ochai drives through traffic and lays it up and in. Faked the pass to Bruno and kept it himself. What a nice job there by Ochai.
Really nice job. And again, being able to finish with the non-dominant hand.
22-20, Boston leading by 2. Hauser to Walsh in the lane. Fires back out on the perimeter, near side to Tatum. Tatum drives into the paint, and he was looking to give it up to Hauser, but Hauser had vacated his spot toward the far sideline, and Boston turns it over. Toronto will have a chance to tie or take the lead. 22-20.
Done a really nice job in the last few minutes here, Eric, clawing back into it after being down 14-4.
Near side, Shed turns around, fires back out. Far side on the wing, Grady inside the arc now, turns, fires, jumper, rattled a couple of rims, wouldn't go. Bruno trying to track it down for Toronto, couldn't squeeze. It deflects into the corner. Bruno, to his credit, chased after it, but couldn't get there before it spills into Gucci Row. So Toronto fails to capitalize on the opportunity to tie or take the lead and head back defensively, trailing by 2.
Tough shot for Grady. Feet were out of position. Balance and footwork difficult.
And Grady 0 for 5 in the ball game now, and as they've done a few times already tonight, after an empty trip for the Raptors, Boston drains a 3. Jason Tatum gets it to go and pushes the lead to 5 with 90 seconds to play. Ochai turns, fires, misses a soft one-hand floater, and here come the Celtics. 25-20 is their lead. Now 1:20 to play in the frame. Tatum, he's got a game-high 10 points. He's out on the wing far side, and he's got Bruno on a switch. Pulls up, deep triple is good. Back-to-back triples, and a mini 6-0 run for Jason Tatum to extend the Boston lead to 8. Shed, jumper, far side is clean inside the arc, about an 18-footer.
Good response. Need a stop now.
Under a minute to go, opening quarter. Pritchard, far side, misses badly, and then the Raptors don't squeeze, and it goes off Fernando's shin out of bounds, and Boston gets it back.
Jamal Shed is he's in his stuff. Peyton Pritchard taking this personally, trying to, how do you have Jason Tatum, who's just hit 2 shots in a row, and you put your head down like you're in the and one from the 90s and try to get a shot against Shed and throw up an air ball?
Boston inbounding from the baseline into the near corner, turning, firing all in one motion was Hauser, missed the 3, and the Raptors get the rebound. Down the floor they come with 42 seconds to play. Ochai along the baseline brings it all the way back out onto the perimeter near side. Gives it up to Shed around a screen set by Pirtle. The running floater is good from Shed. That was pretty.
Signature shot for Jamal Shed. He turns the corner, leans in, and it's not a shot that I really like, the floater, but he at least comes to 2 feet, plays off 2 feet when he shoots it, and he's under control.
28-24, Raptors have cut it to 4. Tatum, wing, far side, 3-ball, no good. In traffic, Cornette tips it out to Walsh, to a wide open Pritchard near sideline, missed it, and the Raptors get the rebound off that miss. With 8 seconds to play, they will bring it up across center. Grady ahead to Chris Boucher, who got behind the Boston defense to lay it in. 3 seconds to play. Pritchard gets to center, the heave, it's good if it goes, hits the front of the rim, and that will end the frame with Toronto trailing by just 2.
Nice job by Toronto. Really, really solid recovery to get back into this game after being down 10. But, it's not an excuse. It is the back-to-back. We'll see how the legs hold up for the next 3 quarters, but not a bad start for the first quarter.
28-26, Boston on top by 2, with the second quarter coming up next on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Desjardins Insurance cares a lot about their clients. In fact, it's packed with such a ginormous amount of vast and substantial care that's bursting with even more whoppingly humongous and colossal care. You might be a little surprised when we tell you that all of that care fits in the palm of your hand. With the Desjardins Insurance mobile app, you'll get a big hand with 24/7 paper-free access to all of your home and auto policies, including your digital pink slip. Get insurance that's really big on care at Desjardins.com/care.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Active Green and Rust.
Grab the savings while you grab life by the road with BF Goodrich Tires. From October 4th to December 20th, buy 4 select BF Goodrich tires and save up to $70 via prepaid MasterCard. From tires to tune-ups, we won't be undersold. There's no better place to buy your BF Goodrich tires than
Active Green and Rust.
Jim, sweetie, it's me, Dawn, on the radio. Please don't get me earrings again this year. I have a jewelry box full of them. I love them, but all I really want is a gift certificate to Thermea Spa Village. And who knows? If you get a gift certificate for 2, I might even make you my +1. Okay, love ya.
This holiday season, give your loved ones what they really want. Give the gift of Thermea. Visit thermea.com/Whitby to purchase a gift certificate. Take good care.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set for the second quarter. The first 12 minutes in the books, and the Raptors shoot a pretty solid 48% from the floor, hold Boston to 40%. And really, at this point right now, Jonesy, it's, well, how many times have we said this year? Free throws and three-point shooting. The Boston Celtics took 20 shots in the first quarter. 16 of them were 3 balls. They made 8 of 20 from the floor overall. They've already outscored the Raptors, though, 5-2 on the perimeter. That's a 9-point differential right there. And the Raptors did not get to the free throw line in the first quarter. Boston outscoring Toronto 7-zip at the stripe.
Well, here's the thing. Raptors' three-point defense is in the top 5 in the NBA. So it's a pretty good match for Boston wanting to shoot the 3.
They start the quarter, the Celtics do, with the ball and an alley-oop dunk for Keita. Caught the pass from Jaylen Brown, and Boston goes up by 4. Coming quickly back the other way, Jamal Shed got down near the right block, but the looming presence of Keita and others in the lane sees Shed come up empty from about 2 feet, maybe 3. Pritchard, near side, driving along the baseline. On a switch, he's got Boucher on him, but Chris out on that perimeter with that big wingspan. Boston works the ball around to Jaylen Brown. Shed's in front of him. Shed got a piece of that as Brown lost the dribble, then gets it back, as he finds Hauser. A deep, ugly-looking 3-ball is no good, and the Raptors grab the rebound.
Really good defense again by Toronto.
30-26. Toronto down 4 as Grady comes around a screen set by Pearl, gives it back to Yak in the lane, back to a cutting Grady, who was fouled on a drive, and it should be 2 for Grady Dick.
Great job by Grady. He's really impressed me with his ability to continue to move without the basketball. Hauser turned his head for a split second, and Grady used the give and go cut, the ball cut, and Pirtle delivered.
So Grady goes to the free throw line, and maybe this will get him an opportunity to get his game going. He's got 3 assists. He's moving well, as you just noted, Jones. He just hasn't seen the bottom of the net yet, as he just did right there in the first free throw. He's 0 for 5 from the floor. Was 1 for 10 from distance last night, but has had a fantastic season overall. An elevated role for him with the many injuries, specifically in the starting lineup. Averaging just under 20 points, second in sophomore scoring. Hits both free throws and cuts the Boston lead to 2. Minute 15 gone by here in the second quarter. Jamison battle in front of Derek White as White goes over to Keita on the perimeter, turns into the lane. Trying to take a stroll past Pirtle, then turns, fires a pass to Hauser, who gets into the lane, and a leaner goes from about 10 feet. Boston again by 4. Grady Dick, far wing, into the near corner, inside the arc, it's Yak, who flicks the little pass to Shed, driving along the baseline, had a good look, but he was blocked from behind, and here come the Celtics. Brown spinning into the lane past Shed. Shed might have got a piece of that release, and Brown left it short off the front of the rim.
Great contest. Jamal never giving up on the play.
Mobo at the free throw line, goes back out on the perimeter to Shed. The trailer, open 3, no good, but Mobo grabs the rebound. Second chance opportunity, fires it out to Battle, up top, now to Shed. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Shed holding the ball. Now finds Pirtle, far side. Pirtle driving on Keita. Looked like he kind of fell or slipped for a moment, but kept his composure, laid it up and in, and now Keita steps on the foot of his teammate Derek White. He's coming up limping the other way.
Keita, poor position on that one. Pirtle just got right beside him and compromised him defensively.
Jaylen Brown elevated, looked like he was going to take the shot, instead gave it up to Hauser. Mobo did a nice job recovering on Brown. Now he's chasing Brown again. He's on his back hip. Brown turns with a left-hand floater, good, and Boston again goes
Tough
up
shot.
4.
But again, the Raptors taking away the 3 from Boston, kind of forcing them inside the arc. I'll live with contested 2s.
Celtics get back defensively, and they just wiped out a triple for the Raptors, thanks to a moving screen, I believe, set by
who?
Jakob Poeltl, allegedly.
Who?
They're calling it on Poeltl.
We
and
saw
it wipes
the
out the
replay.
Grady Dick 3-ball.
We saw the replay. There was barely contact.
Derek White, 3 is good.
There was barely contact on Poeltl's screen.
So Toronto has fallen down 7 now. Brady back the other way. The runner, the floater, no good. The tip from Poeltl, wow.
Great hands by Jakob. Great timing as well against a taller, well, at least same size, more athletic Keita.
Toronto down 5. Hauser driving, goes off glass and in, and a bump from Grady Dick. It's an and one opportunity for Hauser.
So I'm looking at Keita's screen. On that play, looked like the same as Poeltl's. And then Hauser carrying the ball to turn the corner. I really wish the NBA would start calling the carry when it turns into a move.
39-32. It's a 7-point lead for Boston, and Hauser's going to make it 8 in a moment.
It's a move.
It is. You're right, Jonesy.
He picked it up, put his hand underneath it, took a step, dribbled it again, and then got a foul.
Hauser makes good on the free throw. It's an 8-point lead for Boston. 40-32. Moments ago, the Raptors hit a 3-ball down 4 that would have pulled them within 1, but it was wiped out, and Boston has since stretched the lead up to 8. Turning, firing, one-hand floater in the lane. Guess who? Jakob Poeltl.
Good find by the Raptors as RJ does a nice job getting it inside to him.
Barrett with his second assist in the ball game has a couple of rebounds and 6 points as well. Bobo nearly took the ball away from Brown, but he gets it back. Now Brown driving into the paint, reading a lot of attention, turns and fires over Mobo, misses the shot. Mobo takes an elbow to the face, comes down checking the chiclets, and he's called for the foul.
The hook on Jaylen Brown on the lane. He's got his left arm around the right thigh of Mobo. And then went airborne, and I get it. They called the foul on Mobo because that's the way it was back in the old days. But in today's NBA, don't you look at that for flagrant 1?
Especially when it's a shot to the head, inadvertent or otherwise. You're responsible for what your body does. And there's no doubt that he clocked him with that elbow. Brown hits the first free throw. Getting set for his second. It will be his 8th free throw attempt of the game. And he knocks it down. 7 of 8 at the stripe, just 1 of 3 from the floor. And Brown has a 9-point and 4-assist game going right now with a couple of rebounds. Raptors have fallen down by 8 again. 42-34 with 7:50 to play in the first half. Barrett has it out on the wing far side above the arc. Pritchard's there. He goes in the paint to Poeltl. Triple team. And Yak catches it with the left hand, switches to the right hand, and hits the one-hand floater.
What a catch. Flashing into the lane. That thing was on a rope by Barrett, and Poeltl caught it with one hand.
36 for the Raptors, 42 for the Celtics. 6-point lead as Brown again gets into the lane, throws it up off glass, missed it, trails his own shot, and gets it back and puts it in the tin.
The Raptor bench really upset at Jaylen Brown using his elbows to clear space on Mobo.
Mobo back for the Raptors right now. A little bunny hop in the lane. And Derek White trying to time it, looking for a block, ends up falling down the back of Mobo. We've got a foul now going against Boston with 7:08 to go here in the first half. Funny, Jonesy, in that sequence where Derek White just picked up the foul, we get the benefit of the replay from our TV friends. And Jaylen Brown was trying to clear traffic so badly with Jakob Poeltl that he had Poeltl's shorts honestly up near his chest. Like he gave Poeltl a massive wedgie just trying to push the big man out of the way.
But that's what I mean, Eric. They say if I see you grabbing something, it's an automatic foul. Like you can see it clear as day. So why isn't it called?
Yeah, I don't have an answer for you.
Well, I don't either, but people with conspiracy theories start feeding into this stuff.
Mobo hits the first free throw. His first point in the ball game. second one rims out, and Boston controls the glass.
Cater with a bear hug on Pirtle.
44-37. Boston leading by 7. .6:52 to go here in the first half. Brown up top. Takeda over on the wing near side to Pritchard. Missed the 3-ball. Mobo takes the rebound away from Derek White and pushes ahead to Mitchell. Cross court to Barrett. RJ driving on the far side. Leans in on Kada. Floats it up and gets the bucket. Nice move there from RJ Barrett, and the Celtics want the timeout.
Really nice job by RJ, using his body, not pushing off, using his momentum when he stops, and floating that shot up and in.
44-39, Raptors trailing by 5, 6:38 to go in the first half. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Take back your free time with PC Express Online grocery delivery and pickup. Get in-store promos, PC Optimum points, and more free time. And still get groceries. Shop now at pcexpress.ca.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get
Yup, the McValue menu has a lot of delicious options for under $4 each plus tax. So it's okay to take a minute when ordering. The McValue menu at participating McDonald's restaurants in Canada. Prices exclude delivery.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 6:38 to go in the first half. Raptors trailing 44-39. Second quarter is brought to you by Enbridge Sustain. With a smart flow heating and cooling system that's always thinking about you, you're the real MVP. Raptors right now down 5, getting 10 points from Jakob Poeltl, 8 from RJ Barrett. And the second unit's done a pretty solid job outscoring Boston's bench 11-5. Shed's got 4, Boucher has 4. Raptors as a team, Jonesy, up to 50% from the floor, but again trailing by 5 as they've been outscored by 12 on the perimeter and by 7 at the free throw line.
The free throws will do it. The three-point shooting, that's on you. But you've got to try and play your best defense without fouling and keep a team like Boston off the line.
Tatum with the ball. Out on the wing far side, goes cross-court, left to right to White. Boston with the ball out of the timeout. White driving on the near side. Gets toward the block, throws it up, and missed the shot. Barrett with the rebound. See if Toronto can capitalize here as they try to come back from down 10 in the first quarter. Mitchell, 3-ball, rips the cords far wing, and the Raptors have cut it to 2.
Bruno Fernando made that play by running the floor, pinning Jason Tatum, and then pitching it out to Mitchell.
White in the lane, draws traffic, turns, fires a pass out to Brown, far sideline, missed it. And now Fernando comes up with the rebound, but I believe stepped on one of his teammates' feet, rolled his ankle badly, and he is in a ton of pain on that right foot. He came down on Jamison Battle's foot and went down in a heap, and the big man is feeling it right now. He's being tended to by the Raptor training staff.
Totally accidental. Jamison was actually doing a pretty good job of boxing out and holding another opponent off so Bruno could have that rebound unencumbered and uncontested.
Let's step aside for another quick break here. When we come back, we'll maybe take a quick tour around the NBA with a fairly light night in the association. And we'll give you an update on Bruno Fernando whenever we get one. But he is walking very, very gingerly off the floor right now. And I've got to assume that his night could be done. Don't want to speculate, but he does not look good right now as he is walking very slowly with his arms draped around members of the training staff, and now veteran Garrett Temple coming over to help as well. 5:48 to go until half. Second quarter action. Toronto down 2 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested.
Cheers, Insiders. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for this Raptors game. Now, you, the one that hasn't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Come on, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss when we go live for every single Raptors game this season, every single Maple Leafs game this season. If it's Toronto Sports and it's live, we're live on Toronto Sports Insider. So thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being subscribed and being an insider. And if you haven't done so yet, I know you're doing it right now. Thank you so much. Let's go Raptors. Back to the basketball.
48 to go. Daniele Franceschi coming up with the halftime show. And I mentioned that we would take a look around the association. A light night. Charlotte beats Milwaukee 115-114 earlier today. That's the only final in the books. Currently, the Pelicans have a 15-point lead on the Lakers. That one in New Orleans with about 4 minutes to go until half. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Dallas leading San Antonio by 3, 19-16. And the final game of the night tips off in about an hour. Utah at Sacramento.
New Orleans banged up, but came up with a big win in the Emirates NBA Cup, and then leading tonight.
Taking a look to see if there's anything notable going on in terms of scoring or anything that certainly stands out. Nothing crazy yet, as we saw Wemby go for 50 earlier this week and Giannis for 59 in that Milwaukee loss today. Giannis had a triple-double, and LaMelo Ball had 26 to lead the way. He was the top scorer in the ball game en route to that Charlotte victory. Out of the timeout, the Raptors trailing by 2 go into the far corner. Jamison battle, 3-ball is good, and the Raptors have come back to take a 1-point lead.
How about the cut by Abaji on the baseline? Collapsed the defense just enough for Battle to catch and shoot.
45-44, Derek White turns fire straight away, misses the triple. Abaji with the rebound. Ochai across center, whips it over, far corner, and Barrett stepped out of bounds. Missed the shot anyway, but he stepped out on that far sideline right in front of the Boston bench.
Just have to be aware. I mean, if I'm Ochai at that point,
drive it.
Yeah, I get it further into the lane, and Derek White has to honor you that much more. Just one step will let RJ get his feet planted.
Toronto shooting 4 of 8 from distance, 50% from three-point range, 53% from the floor overall.
Boston 6 of 21. 21 of their 33 shots from behind the arc.
How was that not a walk?
Neemias Queta walked towards Worcester. Like, give me a break.
I don't even know what to say, folks. He stepped back. The Raptors pulled the chair out on him. He took at least 2 steps there and then spun to his right and laid it in. It was at least 4 steps. Luckily, Toronto gets the bucket on the other end. They come back and get a little floater from Mitchell to push them back on top. It's 47-46. Tatum 3-ball straightaway is good. He has shot the ball extremely well tonight. 4 of 7 from distance. 16 points in the game for Tatum.
You take away his 4 of 7, they're 3 of 14 from distance.
Barrett on the wing near side with now Toronto trailing by 2 after that Tatum 3. On a switch, Barrett's picked up by Queta as he drives to the tin, misses the layup attempt, and it rims off, and he'll go to the free throw line. I know what you're going to tell me, Jonesy.
On the switch,
the bear hug from Jason Tatum.
Bear hugs Jonathan Mobile, preventing him from rolling to the basket and potentially being open for a layup or a catch under the tin.
Well, maybe the Raptors will put together a little montage and send it to the league after this one.
I can't be fined. I don't work for anybody. I'm an independent contractor. I'll put it together for you.
49-48. Raptors now down 1 as Barrett goes to the line, knocks down the first one. RJ up to 9 points in the ballgame. And a team-high 4 assists, adding 3 rebounds. In fact, the rebounds is tied for the team high as well. Ochai's got 3 off the bench. Mobile with 3. Second free throw, no good for RJ. Too strong back rim. Toronto has a team 4 of 6 from the stripe. They head back defensively, Toronto does. Trailing by 1, 49-48. 3:50 to go here in the first half. Tatum on the logo at center. Goes around a screen set by Keita. Gets into the lane, bounces it toward the near corner to White, to Horford on the wing near side. 3 ball is good. And Boston extends the lead to 4. Mitchell weaving his way through traffic into the paint, goes into the near corner to Ochai, up fake, set the feet on a little sidestep, missed it though, had a great look, couldn't knock it down. Ochai now 2 of 4 from distance tonight. Raptors down 4. Brown back out on the perimeter to Tatum. Tatum turning the corner into the paint, leans in on Ochai, got to the rim, missed the shot. Good contest by Ochai. Raptors get the rebound. Far side, it's Barrett. Driving into the chest of White, missed it. The following tip, no good for Ochai. Raptors tip it out, though. Second chance time. Barrett, 3 ball, far sideline, no good. Ochai over the back of White. They're not going to call a foul, but they're going to say it went off Ochai and give the ball to Boston. Ochai wanted the Raptors to check the replay and maybe challenge that one, but they didn't have time as Boston inbounded very quickly. Tatum trying to get toward the block on the near side, now going against Grady. Turns into the lane, fires, missed the shot, but a one-hand put-back jam from Keita gets the bucket for Boston and a 6-point lead.
Grady did a nice job. They didn't double, which means you're responsible for hanging on to your guy.
54-48. Tatum was just whistled for his first foul as Toronto was trying to run offense. Tatum ran into a screen set by Pirtle and just kind of shoved the big man, and again got whistled for his first. So the Raptors inbound from the near side. Grady Dick to do the honors, bounces it in to Ochai. On the near sideline, it's RJ. Thought about the 3, now puts it on the floor, getting into the paint, trying to get by Horford. Nice little bounce pass in traffic to Jakob Pirtle, and Pirtle missed it, was hit hard, and Yak's going to the free throw line.
Great passing in tight quarters. I thought RJ had put himself in a tough box, but Pirtle's cut and presenting himself, doing a great job with the spacing.
The foul was against Tatum.
Yeah, he hit Pirtle across the face.
And I wonder, Jones, if they're going to have a look at this one. The officials are coming over to the table, and they are going to have a look.
The last call on the court is now being reviewed for a possible flagrant foul.
And you could hear the PA address in the background. They are checking to see if that might be considered a flagrant against Jason Tatum. As Jonesy noted, he caught Jakob Pirtle across the face. Yak doesn't seem any worse for the wear right now, luckily. He will have 2 free throws either way, but Tatum actually got him kind of up along the forehead.
That's a head snap. That's, that's the kind of stuff that is whiplash and a potential concussion.
Yep. Jakob Pirtle in the ball game, 10 points, 3 rebounds. The Raptors have out-rebounded the Celtics tonight, 18-17. They trail, though, in the game by 6, 54-48, with 2:20 to go until halftime. And the angle that we're seeing right now over the shoulders of the officials, it doesn't look like they're any closer to making a decision right now as they continue to check the replay and in touch with the replay center in Secaucus. 16 points for Jason Tatum, but he's picked up 2 fouls in the last 20 seconds.
Common foul. It does not rise to the standard of unnecessary contact as the defender makes a legitimate basketball play and attempt to block the shot. There's no significant wind-up or follow-through. Therefore, it's a common foul.
All right, common foul.
Well, you heard Kevin Scott. So
the only thing I don't like about that, Jonesy, and I would say the same thing if it was the Raptors committing a foul, whether you were making a basketball play doesn't change the fact that you hit the guy in the head. And if we're serious in sports about trying to protect players, especially with headshots and concussions and player safety, I could make a play on a ball, but still hurt you badly.
Yeah.
Like, if he drew blood, would it be any different? Still made a play on the ball. He just happened to catch him with an elbow on a tight spot or a compromisable spot on his head or something. Jakob Poeltl, who's shot the ball much better from the stripe this season, knocks down both free throws and cuts the Boston lead again to 4. 54-50 is the score with 2:10 to play in the first half. Horford to Brown. Brown at the far elbow goes back up top to Tatum. Tatum now fading toward the near side, gives it up to White. White in the lane, sucks in defenders, turns, fires out to Brown. Brown misses a triple on the wing far side, and Poeltl with the rebound throws it ahead to Barrett. Across center, Barrett spins away from Brown to the man that was trailing the play, came down Main Street. Jakob Poeltl went for the layup. They call a goaltend on the Celtics, and Toronto again has cut it to 2.
RJ and Jakob developing outstanding chemistry. Poeltl got that one up on the glass.
Yeah, I don't know why Boston.
Easy call.
The Boston fans are booing, but that was an easy call, a no-brainer. 54-52 with 1:40 to play here in the first half. Tatum trying to get free from Ochai, comes around a screen set by Horford, turns and fires a triple that rattled halfway down, popped out. Raptors with the rebound, could tie or take the lead. Ochai, great body control to get by Tatum, gets into the lane, off glass, missed the shot, the follow by Dick, no good, and the tip wasn't there as Boston comes away with the rebound. Brown to Pritchard, near sideline, and a great contest out there by RJ. Got a piece, got the block, and here come the Raptors with the loose ball. It's Mitchell across center, handing to Grady. Grady around a Poeltl screen, frees himself, free throw line, left it short off the front of the rim. Grady tonight is 0 of 7. Pritchard to White, deep one, far side, missed it. Standing rebound for Barrett. Under a minute to go in the first half. The Raptors will have a third possession, I believe, to tie or take the lead.
Last 3 trips, Davion Mitchell has not got a rebound, but he has had 3 of the best fundamental blockouts I've seen.
54-52. RJ in the paint, stops on a dime near the block, near side, turns, fires over Horford, and his shot goes halfway down and pops out on a toilet bowl. White in the lane, faked the pass, keeps it himself, goes to the tin and lays it in, extends the lead to 4. Raptors with 4 empty trips trying to tie this ball game in the last 90 seconds or so. Now trailed by 4 with 22 seconds to go. RJ milking the clock down. There's about a 7-second differential, maybe 7.5. Fires the pass to Mitchell. Over to Yak, far side along the baseline. Soft floater goes. And Yak's got 16 in the first half. Raptors trail by 2. Boston last shot time. Across center. Brown. Toronto had a foul to give, and as Brown was looking to drive, RJ just reached out and tapped him.
Nice job. Good use of the foul to give there by Toronto. Force Boston to take it out. Set your defense.
56-54. Boston leading by 2. 4.2 seconds to play here in this first half. And all about matchups now. Mobo checks back into the ball game, as does Shed.
Mitchell probably not happy he's coming out.
2 fouls,
though,
right?
lips, but he had 2 fouls.
They do keep RJ in there with the 2 fouls. White got by Poeltl into the lane, floats it up as the buzzer goes, missed the shot. Back rim, too strong. And Toronto battles in this first half, Jonesy, going into the break down by only 2.
Really nice job hanging tight. If you're a Raptor fan, you're saying, okay, get those legs rested, because that's what usually gives out on the second night of the back-to-back in the second half of the game.
Well, we'll see what the Raptors have in the tank when we come back. We'll have the halftime show with Daniele Franceschi, and then Jonesy and I return for the second half between Boston and Toronto, with the Celtics leading at the break 56-54. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050wraps.com for your tickets today.
Getting my Honda CRV has opened the door to adventure with Econ Mode to maximize fuel efficiency and free to explore. And with tons of cargo space, it's easy to pack for getaways. My dog, camping gear. It's like I've discovered a wild, adventurous side of me. Whoop. Alice is excited too.
Lease the CRV LX two-wheel drive for $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,000 down. Offer includes $1,500 lease bonus. OAC conditions apply. See HondaOntario.com.
Say hello to healthier, happier feet, Ontario. Kintec has 3 more locations in the Greater Toronto Area. Come in today and let our fit experts bring comfort and support to every adventure with custom orthotics, supportive braces, and top footwear brands. With new locations in Mississauga, Toronto, and Richmond Hill, along with our location in Whitby, there's always a Kintec nearby to keep you active and on your feet for life. Your feet take you everywhere. Let Kintec take care of them.
As fall approaches and birds head south, a different kind of bird emerges, the Subaru. While migratory flocks seek warmth, Subaru's symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive keeps drivers soaring through the wild. During the migrating season, Subaru's hunger for adventure grows exponentially, driving the intrigued radio listeners to fall for Subaru at their local Subaru dealerships, experiencing an adventure of their own. So migrate to your local Subaru dealership to book a test drive today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome in to our Raptor Central studios here in downtown Toronto. Daniele Franceschi with you as the Raptors trail the Boston Celtics 56-54 at the half at TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Second night of a back-to-back for the Raptors, trailing by 2 at the break. They're battling. That's the best way. That's the best compliment we can pay them. They are certainly battling so far through 24 minutes of basketball. Our Raptors halftime show is brought to you by Honda. Lift your game. Lease the CRV from 2.99% up to 28 months. Visit HondaOntario.com. Let's take a peek at our halftime box score. Jakob Poeltl, after going off for 25 points, 18 rebounds last night against the Detroit Pistons, picking up right where he left off, has 16 points and 7 rebounds through the first 24 minutes of basketball tonight in Boston, leading the way 7 of 9 from the field, a couple of free throws to tack on as well in 16 minutes of action. We're probably going to see a lot of Jakob Poeltl, and not only because he's been such a focal point for this team throughout the early portion of the season, but of course Bruno Fernando went down in that opening half, turned his right ankle, landed awkwardly on the foot of Jamison Battle as he went up to corral a rebound and left the game. Has not returned. We haven't received an update as of yet, but you can certainly expect to see a lot more of Jakob Poeltl. That matter as well. RJ Barrett still not shooting the ball particularly well, but he finds himself with 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists at recess, 4 of 10 from the field, 0 for 1 from deep. Grady Dick, by the way, still kind of mired in this mini shooting slump. Had been 5 for 20 over his last 2 games from three-point territory. So far tonight, 0 for 2 from long distance, 0 for 7 from the field. Just 2 points for him in the opening half. As for the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum doing plenty of damage in that first stanza. 16 points, 6 rebounds on 5 of 11 shooting, 4 of 8 from three-point range as well. A couple other Celtics players in double figures. Jaylen Brown with 11 and Derek White with 10. So the trio that is leading the charge for the Celtics has been so far this season, doing what you expect them to do, which is score the ball pretty effectively. They're averaging nearly 77 points a game combined this year. That's a heck of a lot of offensive production from that trio right there. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a peek at our NBA out-of-town scoreboard. A pretty quiet night in the association. We'll also update you on what's happening with the Leafs and Oilers down at Scotiabank Arena, and then we'll highlight a couple of key areas to focus on as we head into the second half here tonight between the Raptors and Celtics here on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and the Sportsnet Radio Network. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on sportsnet.ca and the Sportsnet app.
Hey, this is David from Whitby. I really don't want another pair of socks this year, so if anyone in my family hears this, what I really want is a Thermea Spa Village gift certificate. And if all of my loved ones hear this and I end up with 3 or 4 Thermea gift certificates, even better. Cool.
This holiday season, give your loved ones what they really want. Give the gift of Thermea. Visit thermea.com/Whitby to purchase a gift certificate. Take good care.
Experience amazing now at Don Valley North Lexus. Right now, lease the 2024 RX 350 Premium Package from just $678 per month for 28 months at 1.9%. Or choose from Canada's largest selection of Lexus demonstrators with offers you won't want to miss. Now is the time. And Don Valley North Lexus is the place. See website for details. Expect excellence. A proud member of Wayne's Auto Group.
At St. Louis Bar and Grill, we're here for you no matter what. In the mood for Detroit-style pizza? We just added 4 of them to the menu. Still hungry? Add a pound of our famous wings and fries for just $5 more. Had a scary dream and need to talk about it at 3 a.m.? Call the restaurant. No one will be there to answer the phone, but you're certainly welcome to call. For a limited time, get a $5 pound of wings when you try our new pizzas. Plus, you can add a select 20-ounce Molson Draft for just $6.99. Dine-in only, taxes extra. St. Louis Bar and Grill. You are welcome.
Going on vacation? Spending money in another currency? From dollars to dong, pounds to pesos. If you're still using major banks, you could be getting ripped off. Instead, use Wise and save up to 3 times compared to major banks when you spend money in another currency. Download the Wise app today. Wise, the app for doing things in other currencies. Terms and conditions apply.
RedTag.ca's early Black Friday pre-sale is here with up to 65% off vacation packages. Plus, a chance to win back your trip up to $5,000. No matter the destination, from adventurous to relaxed, your next escape deserves the best pre-Black Friday deals. Don't wait. Book today at redtag.ca or call 1-866-5REDTAG. Offer ends November 21st. Certain conditions apply.
redtag.ca.
Celebrating 20 years. Book today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Raptors trailing the Boston Celtics 56-54 at the half. Let me drop this little nugget for you. The Raptors, it's been 26 straight instances where when trailing at halftime, they have not won a basketball game when trailing at halftime in their last 26 opportunities. Looking to change that tonight and potentially mount it's only a 2-point deficit. Try to mount a second half comeback and prevail on the second night of a back-to-back. Welcome back to our Toronto Raptors halftime show, brought to you by Honda. Up your game, lease the CRV from 2.99% up to 28 months. Visit HondaOntario.com. Quick look at our NBA out-of-town scoreboard. 5 games in the National Basketball Association today. One that went final earlier. The Charlotte Hornets defeating the Milwaukee Bucks 115-114. LaMelo Ball, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists this afternoon in a win over Giannis and company. On the go right now, the Lakers trailing the Pelicans in Louisiana. And then you have the Spurs and Mavs, a battle of Texas taking place right now in Dallas, a close one, 38-35 in the second quarter. Meanwhile, down at Scotiabank Arena, the Leafs trailing the Oilers 2-1 in the third period of that hockey game. Ryan Reeves handed a 5-minute major for a very, very dangerous hit on Darnell Nurse of the Oilers. I'm going to talk a lot about the officiating in our post-game show today because, man, we're getting to some pretty low and deplorable standards at this point. I don't think I've seen a more poorly officiated half of basketball in quite some time. It was rough, to say the least, and a lot not going in the Raptors' favor in that regard. Very curious to see when it comes to the Raptors in this second half, how their bodies hold up. Second night of a back-to-back, the Celtics have been rested. They haven't played since Wednesday. But for Toronto, given all the travel, given you're playing what looks to be another close game on the second night of a back-to-back, and you're dealing with injuries, how are you going to hold up? And certainly they're going to need to rely on the likes of R.J. Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Grady Dick for some more offensive production here in this second half, with the Celtics having their main guys bringing it on the offensive end. Eric Smith and Paul Jones will have the call for you in just a few moments' time here on the Sportsnet Radio Network. I'll be back after the ball game, where I'll probably espouse a little bit more about my disdain for the officiating in this ball game. But in the meantime, enjoy the second half. Raptors trailing by 2 as they look to squeak out potentially a win on the road, pick up their first road victory of the season. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and sportsnet.ca.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People sometimes ask, sure, you can consolidate people's debts using telekinesis, but what else can you do? As if changing lives isn't enough. Well, I can also use my power to make it rain hot dogs. It's still not as cool as consolidating debts into one easy payment, though.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. District license 12616.
Craig likes it warm. Craig loves 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Craig doesn't understand Fahrenheit. But Craig does like to save money when he's at work. Craig also cares about his carbon footprint. He's so thoughtful, that Craig.
With SmartFlow from Enbridge Sustain, you won't have to think about your HVAC, but it will always be thinking of you. For a limited time, sign up and get up to $1,000 in bill credits and apply for up to $3,000 in rebates. Learn more at EnbridgeSustainSmartFlow.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Desjardins Insurance cares a lot about their clients. In fact, it's packed with such a ginormous amount of vast and substantial care that's bursting with even more whoppingly humongous and colossal care. You might be a little surprised when we tell you that all of that care fits in the palm of your hand. With the Desjardins Insurance mobile app, you'll get a big hand with 24/7 paper-free access to all of your home and auto policies, including your digital pink slip. Get insurance that's really big on care at Desjardins.com/care.
Fall for Subaru by enjoying fall to the fullest. Think scarlet, burgundy, amber, crimson and copper, but never, never blue. Because with Subaru's symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive, fall is for thick, dark mud splats, terracotta mountain road.
What's up, Raptors fans? I just wanted to stop and say thank you for making this community awesome. Thank you for chatting it up. Let's take it back for a minute. Do you remember this shot?
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
Had to take it back to the buzzer beater there from Kawhi Leonard in 2019 on that run that won Game 7 against the Sixers. Yeah, the diehard Raptors fans remember that shot very well. One of the best shots in basketball history. Thank you for hanging out with us and making this community what it is. Let's get back to the basketball. Let's go, Raptors. Let's get the W.
As Toronto enters the second half, trailing by 2, 56-54.
Can we check back with our keys?
Let's do it.
Offense, shooting 48%, 40% from 3, although only 4 of 10. Defense, Boston under 43%, under 30% from distance. And so far, the legs look good.
And Boston starts the half with a missed triple as Toronto now has a chance to tie or take the lead. Barrett looked like he was fouled on the drive. No call, but the Raptors get the ball and they put it back in the tin as Jakob Poeltl now has 18 and we're locked at 56 apiece.
Jaylen Brown put 2 hands on RJ's hip as he was driving in. 2 hands. And Darko Rajakovic, palms skyward, elbows bent, looking at referee Simone Jelks like, what are you looking at?
And Derek White just missed a triple. So Toronto gets the ball back yet again. And less than a minute into the second half, Toronto will have an opportunity to take the lead. We're locked at 56. Mitchell around a Poeltl screen. Goes over on the near side to Ochai. Got by Keita all the way to the tin. Nice nifty up fake. Drove it. Got the bucket, and the Raptors take a 2-point lead. Jaylen Brown quickly back. Got by R.J. Barrett. Drove on the far side. Laid it up and in. We're locked at 58. Jonesy, word is that Bruno Fernando is available to return. He was walking off the floor very gingerly. I'm shocked that he's potentially able to play, but he is available if necessary. Poeltl at the free throw line. Now goes over on the near sideline to Ochai. Abaji threw in defenders, goes back to Yak, floats it up and gets it to go. Poeltl is cooking again tonight, folks.
Yeah, did a great job. Grady's being treated like a receiver, trying to be jammed 5 yards off the line, made a cut across the lane, and Jaylen Brown held him like a grudge.
Tatum out near center. Ochai in front of him. Derek White comes over, sets the screen. Now Tatum drives into the paint, met by 2 defenders, blocked by Ochai Abaji, so it's off Toronto, out of bounds. It'll be Boston ball, but just 5 on the shot clock.
Great job. Even though Tatum leaned in and pushed off to try to get the contact, Abaji stayed on balance.
Celtics get it in, far sideline. Derek White, 3-ball, no good. Brown just used his size to reach up and take that one away from Mitchell. They get it to Horford, but then as he gets into the lane, his pass is deflected, knocked away by the Raptors. RJ ahead to Mitchell, up and under on a reverse layup. It's good, and Toronto up 4, largest lead of the game.
Really, really nice fast break basketball. Classic ball in the middle. Guys running 2 lanes. Grady was busting his tail on the far side as well.
Tatum just missed a wing 3. Ochai taps the ball over to Grady. Grady down the floor, turns and hands it off to a cutting R.J. Barrett, who lays it in. And Toronto has jumped out to a 6-point lead. A solid start to the second half for the Raptors.
Really good job pursuing the loose ball. This R.J. Barrett recent layup all started because Ochai goes after the loose ball.
Raptors went into the break down 56-54. It's a 10-2 run here to start the second half. 9:28 to go in the third quarter. The Raptors leading by 6, 64-58 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The Nissan All-In Clear-Out event is on now, where you can finance select remaining 2024 Kicks from 0.99% or lease from 2.99% for 24 months. Plus, qualified Nissan owners may receive up to $500 in loyalty bonus. Go all in with the Nissan Kicks and start dreaming of where best-in-class fuel economy can take you. Add impressive cargo capacity for whatever comes your way, and your imagination is officially free to wander. Conditions apply. Quantities limited. See Nissan.ca for details.
Experience the new modern Mexicana menu at Mucho Burrito, like pineapple pork al pastor, tender pork, pineapple salsa, and al pastor sauce with a zesty kick. Get it as a taco trio for only $9.95. Or the bold, smoky flavor of our guajillo grilled chicken in a burrito for only $11.75. Get them all in your choice of burrito bowl or taco. And save room for new churro fries, loaded nachos, and taquitos. The new menu at Mucho Burrito. Love what you eat and love Mucho. Prices may vary by location.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Third quarter, 9:28 to play. Raptors leading 64-58. And the defense has certainly been doing a solid job tonight, Jonesy. The Raptor defense locking down Boston to 20 of 51. Celtics have plummeted to 39% from the floor. And they have come out here in this third quarter, Boston, shooting 1 for their first 6.
I just think Toronto's very intentional with their defense. And listen, they're not getting the benefit of any kind of help either. So full credit to the red-shirted Raptors tonight.
Getting set to resume play. Boston has the ball, bringing it across center. White over to Tatum at that far elbow. Ochai trying to hold his ground defensively as Tatum finds Brown, misses on the jumper. Ball tapped around, couldn't squeeze by the Celtics, and it ends up in the midst of Mitchell. Ahead to Ochai on the near side, inside the arc. Now hands off to Pirtle, back to Ochai. Turns the corner into the paint. Goes at Cornette, turns, fires, too strong, back rim. Boston gets the rebound. Derek White, far side, across center. Getting into the paint at the free throw line. Goes out on the perimeter to Horford for 3. It's good. Al Horford with 9 points in the ball game on 3 triples. He's 3 of 5. The big man still getting it done. The wily vet.
It's turned into Brook Lopez on us.
Cuts the Raptor lead to 3, but Pirtle just pushed it back to 5 with yet another one-hand push shot floater off the fine from R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, the chemistry between Barrett and Pirtle is really, really high right now.
66-61. Brown to Cornette in the lane, went left, turns back right, missed the shot. It went halfway down, popped out for him. He had a huge mismatch down low, but couldn't take advantage. He had Ochai in front of him, but Cornette comes up empty. See if the Raptors can take advantage. A bucket here, a 2 or a 3 would be their largest lead of the game. Mitchell on the near side. Turns, fires, Pirtle, floater, good. Just insert the same tape. I've said it how many times tonight. Jakob Pirtle is now 11 of 13 for 24 points.
What's the record in this place? What's the course record? Jakob Pirtle. But the Raptors are finding him, and he's just so good in the lane.
Jaylen Brown just with some nifty footwork there. The Euro stepped around Grady, laid it up and in, cutting the Raptor lead to 5. It's 68-63. Toronto Jonesy, 68 points tonight. 46 of their 68 have come in the paint. A couple more right here as Mitchell hands it off to Pirtle. He's cut off by 2 defenders. Turns, fires into the near corner. Missing the 3 ball was Ochai, but Pirtle gets the offensive rebound, kicks out to Davion Mitchell. He missed on a triple, and Tatum controls for Boston.
Would have loved to have had anything go down there.
Cornette to White. Derek White driving along the baseline near side with a right-hand scoop. It's good off glass. Boston down by 3. The Raptor lead was 7. Back-to-back buckets now for the Celtics as Pirtle has it out toward the far side. Pirtle now hands to Ochai, sets the feet, 3 ball up, no good. And Boston gets the rebound. Ochai now 2 of 5 from distance, 10 points in the ball game. Celtics get a Derek White 3 ball to hit back rim high in the air. Cornette pulls down the rebound. Second chance opportunity for the Celtics. 68-65. Brown driving on the baseline, bumped by Mitchell, passes far corner. Al Horford set the feet, missed the shot. Barrett with the rebound for Toronto. Here comes RJ across center. He sees a seam, tries to drive to the tin. He's held up by Derek White, and they're going to call it clean and say jump ball with White and Barrett.
White had the ball. I thought Brown fouled him. Brown bumped him into White.
Looking at the replay, I'm not even sure that White got him clean either.
No.
He had one hand tucked underneath, and that same hand, same arm was bumping and rubbing along RJ's forearm the entire way as RJ took a couple of steps trying to drive through that contact and pressure. Either way, jump ball, and RJ controls, taps it to Jakob Pirtle, who gives it to Grady, over to Mitchell. Now to Barrett.
Shot clock 15.
And the shot clock malfunctioned, so we stop play, and the Raptors will toss it in and get set to resume play with 15 on the shot clock.
Timeout, Toronto.
And now Darko decides he wants to take a timeout.
That was the jump ball. When the jump ball occurred, the shot clock was at 18. I don't think it should have been down to 15. Take 1 second off, because when that jump ball occurs, you have to wait to see who gets possession do I continue to count this clock down or do I give it a new possession? So when it's tipped and the clock moves, the shot clock doesn't necessarily move. So it might have ticked 3 seconds off the clock, but you have to wait to see who has possession. There's a second or two right there.
68-65, Toronto leading Boston with 6:29 to go in the third quarter. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Installing a TV on a wall sounds simple, right?
That was easy.
Did you find the stud?
You're looking at him. Ooh, I can fix that.
Saving up to $900 on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simple. Bel Air Direct. Insurance simplified. Certain conditions apply.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get a... Yup, the McValue menu has a lot of delicious options for under $4 each plus tax. So it's okay to take a minute when ordering. The McValue menu. At participating McDonald's restaurants in Canada. Prices exclude delivery.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Active Green and Ross.
Warm up to winter savings with Michelin. Get up to $100 Michelin prepaid MasterCard when you purchase a set of 4 Michelin tires between October 4th and December 20th. From tires to tune-ups, we won't be undersold. There's no better place to buy your Michelin tires than
Active Green and Ross.
Conditions apply. See store for details.
We all know things tend to break when you need them most, like your furnace breaking down in the middle of a cold snap. That's why Enercare is offering a free furnace checkup for homeowners in the GTA. That's a $99 value. If your furnace has any issues, our Enercare experts can fix it, or we can get you a new one as soon as the next day. Don't get stuck shivering. Keep your home comfortable with Enercare. Terms and conditions apply. Visit enercare.ca.
Enercare, experts at home.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Third quarter, 6:29 to play. Raptors leading by 3, 68-65. Again, Toronto still in search of their first road victory of the season, 0-7 away from home, and certainly playing good thus far, almost halfway through the third.
Doing a really nice job. Hanging in, moving the ball. Defense, pretty good. Offense, shooting 50%. Only 4 turnovers. Pretty good job tonight.
Raptors with the ball out of the timeout. Shot clock now down to 9 as RJ Barrett backs up. Now he drives into the paint. And a leaning floater is good for Barrett. Got it to go over Brown. Raptors extend the lead back to 5.
RJ, nice job that time punching into the lane. The defense backed off. He said, all right, I'll take it.
70-65. Tatum whips a pass into the far corner to Horford. Back to Tatum on the wing far side. Ochai in front of him as Tatum dips behind a screen set by Cornette. Gets into the lane. Finger roll, no good. Ball tapped around. Nobody could squeeze. It goes off Boston, out of bounds. Toronto ball.
Jakob Poeltl getting a well-deserved rest right now on the bench. 21 minutes, 24 points, 8 rebounds on 11 of 13 from the floor.
Raptors leading 70-65. Mitchell across center, hands off to Jamison Battle. Now gives it to Bruno. Nice to see Fernando back out there after that ankle roll in the first half. And he goes sky high and finishes on an alley-oop layup, guiding the ball back into the tin off the pass from RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett, great delivery. 8 assists tonight.
72-65. Raptors matching their largest lead at 7. Brown near side, crossed up Davion Mitchell, got down toward the block. Bruno leaned in. Brown passes out, might have walked. Pritchard now has it. Sidestep, backstep 3-ball, far wing is good.
Again, Jaylen Brown gets into the lane, changes his pivot foot, and passes out, and they let it go.
Pritchard's first bucket of the game. He's 1 of 7, but a big 3-ball right there to essentially chop the Raptor lead all but in half. Ochai trying to get it back far corner, couldn't do so. It's tracked down in the near corner by Bruno, but he just throws it blindly over his shoulder and right into the hands of the Celtics. Boston down the floor, trailing by 4. Pritchard wide open, far wing. It's good. Back-to-back 3-balls for Peyton Pritchard on a 6-0 run. Boston has cut the Raptor lead to 1.
Call Jamal Shed. Get him on Pritchard. He was doing a really good job with him earlier in the game.
And now Jaylen Brown is whistled for a foul, holding on to Fernando away from the ball. So we will set the clock, the shot clock that is, at 14, and the Raptors will inbound from the far side.
Raptors, I mean, Pritchard hit one shot. It was tough over Barrett, but the second one, you can't leave a guy wide open. You can't leave the ball. You've got to match up, got to find out who you're playing and stay with them.
Fernando trying to take advantage of the mismatch. Went at Pritchard, turns, fires a pass into the near corner. Ochai misses the three ball. Boston with the rebound, and the Celtics could take the lead. Cornette gets behind the defense and lays it up and in. Great catch and finish from Cornette off the find from Pritchard, and Boston on an 8-0 run has taken a 1-point lead.
Raptors didn't get back defensively, and you know, the offense has got to help you out. You get some good looks. You got to knock them down. Force them to take the ball out of the basket.
So Toronto takes the timeout as they now trail by 1, 73-72 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Like your furnace breaking down in the middle of a cold snap. That's why Enercare is offering a free furnace checkup for homeowners in the GTA. That's a $99 value. If your furnace has any issues, our Enercare experts can fix it, or we can get you a new one as soon as the next day. Don't get stuck shivering. Keep your home comfortable with Enercare. Terms and conditions apply. Visit enercare.ca.
Enercare, experts at home.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Third quarter. Raptors trailing 73-72. Boston in the midst of a 8-0 run. Third quarter action is brought to you by Enbridge Sustain, with a smart flow heating and cooling system that's always thinking about you. You're the real MVP. Jonesy, moments ago, Peyton Pritchard was 0 for 6 with no points, no assists. And on the last 3 possessions, 2 triples and a nifty pass to Cornette to set up Luke Cornette with the bucket, and that 8-0 run has now given Boston the lead.
Well, Darko heard me. Who's in the game?
Yep. Jamal Shed across center with Pritchard on his hip. Shed gives it up to Barrett. Barrett dips behind a Mobo screen at the near elbow. Now at the free throw line. Now skipping through traffic. Barrett draws in defenders, then passes it off to Mobo, who dunks it down. Barrett with his 9th assist.
Triple-double watch definitely on for Barrett.
14, check that, 13 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds for RJ with 3:50 to go in the third. Hauser over into the far corner to Walsh for 3. Great look, missed it, and the ball comes right back to him. He flicks the pass over to Hauser, who buries the triple, and Boston increases their lead.
Sam Hauser's one of those guys. You know, we talked about it the other night. He's only going to catch and shoot. He's only going to catch and shoot.
Barrett in the lane, felt contact, leans forward, missed the shot, fouled, and he's going to the free throw line for 2.
RJ, nice job continuing to probe, showing some savvy as a point guard.
So RJ Barrett goes to the free throw line for his 3rd and 4th attempts of this game. Raptors trailing 76-74. Barrett knocks down the first one at 76-75. RJ tonight 6 of 14 from the floor, now up to 14 points. Make it 15 as he knocks down the second free throw as well. So we're all locked up at 76 with 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Pritchard across center. Tatum comes over, sets a screen. Pritchard drives around it on the far side, used his arm to shove off on Shed. Got to the free throw line, passes back to Tatum. Tatum bobbled it for a moment, gets it back. Now trying to drive to the tin pass to Baji. Sucks in defenders, kicks out to Walsh. 3-ball is good. Boston leads by 3.
Well, got to keep guys in front of you, because when they get into the paint and it collapses the defense, the ball gets into the rim, everybody comes to help.
RJ Barrett driving far side, left hand, no good. Fell hard to the floor on the baseline. Probably wanted a call, didn't get it. Boston has numbers coming back the other way. RJ still hasn't returned into the picture, as Boston essentially played 5-on-4 and got another triple to increase their lead to 6.
It's all volume. Boston 14 of 41 from behind the arc. 41 of their 66 shots, 2/3 of their shots coming from behind the arc.
And now Shed gets 2 back for the Raptors as he drove into traffic and got a layup to go. Jamal Shed off the bench with 6 points, a couple of assists in this ball game, and he's played very well defensively as well. He just picked up a foul moments ago trying to slow down Peyton Pritchard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And he's looking at Darko saying, I'm fine, leave me in here. And he is going to leave in Jamal Shed. And as the Celtics toss the ball in, I believe it's an illegal screen on Cornette. So turn the ball over, and we're going the other way. Kind of stuck out that butt, that hip. And the Raptors will get the ball and see if they can take advantage here. Down 82-78. A strong start to the quarter for the Raptors. Saw their lead balloon to 7 after they went into the half, trailing by 2. They've given it back, though, as Boston had the lead at 6 moments ago. It's now 4. Boucher driving past Cornette, off glass and in, plus the foul. 3-point opportunity coming for Chris Boucher.
Chris Boucher looked at Luke Cornette closing out on him in the corner and said, what are you doing out here?
Yep. Boucher, as he was falling to the floor, kissed it off glass to get that bucket. Now has a chance to pull Toronto within 1, and he does, as the free throw is good. 82-81 is the score.
Nice response from Toronto. Great use of the dribble and knowing personnel if you're Chris Boucher.
82-81. And now Tatum out on the far side is bumped by Mobo, trying to hold his ground, trying to cut off that path for Tatum. He's called for the block. And Boston will inbound from the far side. Just to the left of his Celtics bench, Jason Tatum to do the honors. 16 points in the ball game. He has yet to score in this 3rd quarter. He might do so right here as he elevates for a triple, but no sir, missed it. And Mobo with the rebound pushes ahead to Barrett. RJ driving, staring down Hauser, goes right to the tin, lays it up. And it's a goaltending call against Cornette. And the Raptors, Jonesy, have jumped back to take the lead.
You could see Barrett saw Hauser backpedaling and knew that he was just going to take it right at him.
82-81, so Toronto takes the punch and now delivers one back. Tatum, right block, trying to go at Mobo. Now pulls him back toward the far sideline. Crosses him up, looking to get to the baseline. Drop the pass to Cornette, who dunks it down. Boston by 1.
Thought the ball hit a foot, but Cornette, Johnny on the spot.
84-83, Shed driving past Pritchard, got toward the bucket, and then threw the ball up. Jonesy didn't hit rim or glass, caught his own miss, and they call that a travel. (84-83), Boston leading by 1 as we go inside the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Pritchard out towards center, calling out the play, now gives the ball up to Tatum. Barrett on Tatum's right hip. Got a step on RJ, was looking to drive, and they're going to call the foul, the hold on RJ Barrett.
Jason Tatum's quietly one of those, he's quietly become one of the great flailers in the NBA.
And the Raptors were over the limit, so that sends Tatum to the free throw line. This will be a chance for him to score his first points of the 3rd quarter, as he had 16 at the break, and that's exactly where he stands right now. And by my count, if I'm not mistaken, he has played the entire quarter. 0 for 4, but did just hit the first free throw, so he was on the board in this frame with 1 point. It pushes his Boston Celtic team lead to 2 at 85-83. Second free throw good as well. He's up to 18 points, and the Boston lead increases to 3. 86-83. Toronto trailing with 42 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Shed on that Celtics logo. Now gives it up to RJ, well above the arc here on the near side. Passes it to Jakob Poeltl, who turns, fires, and guess what? A one-handed push shot is good for Jakob Poeltl from about 10-11 feet.
So I got a little case study here, Eric, we're going to talk about at the end of this quarter.
All right. Looking forward to it. 86-85, Boston leading by 1. Tatum out on the far side. Clearing things out as he looks to go one-on-one with RJ. Driving, lost the handle, got it back, flicks the pass over to Hauser. 3-ball, no good. RJ crashes the glass for his 7th rebound. He's 3 shy of a triple-double. Already has the points and assists as now Walsh takes the foul on Barrett. Out on the far side with 4.6 seconds to go in this frame. Boston had 1 to give, so they used it there. RJ was 17 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. He's got the ball in his hands right now. He inbounds to Grady Dick. Grady 0 for 7 tonight. Shot up. Looked like he was fouled on a 3-point attempt. No call.
You've got to be kidding me.
No call. And the quarter is over. Grady got hammered by Walsh right in front of the official.
The call on the court is no basket.
Grady Dick was fouled right in front of the official on that 3-point attempt. And Johnny on the spot was Chris Boucher coming from the far baseline to catch the Grady Dick miss and dunk it down on essentially a makeshift alley-oop. But the ball released from his hands just after the game clock expired, so the bucket will not count.
Is it interesting that the ref missed the foul was the one way out away from the basket that said it's good?
86-85, Boston will go to the final frame with the lead.
Case study when we come back.
Let's do it. 1-point lead for the Celts. 4th quarter actions next on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet radio network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Getting my Honda CR-V has opened the door to adventure. With Econ Mode to maximize fuel efficiency, I'm free to explore. And with tons of cargo space, it's easy to pack for getaways. My dog, camping gear. It's like I've discovered a wild, adventurous side of me. Whoop. Alice is excited too.
Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive for $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,000 down. Offer includes $1,500 lease bonus. OAC conditions apply. See HondaOntario.com.
Greenhouse gas pollution heats the planet
and threatens our nature.
Canada's carbon price is designed to reduce this pollution in order to protect our environment.
And the Canada Carbon Rebate gives money back to Canadians.
In Ontario, an individual gets $560 this year, with a bonus for those in rural areas.
Have it both ways with the Canada Carbon Rebate. Find out how it works and how much you could receive at canada.ca/carbon rebate.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Welcome back. We get set to start the 4th quarter. Toronto with the ball to start this frame as Mobo gets it into Jamal Shed, who brings it across center. We're still going to get that case study from Jonesy in a second here.
When JR brings the numbers in, it'll be even better.
As Grady Dick just got his first bucket of the ball game. Off a nifty cut, he catches the pass from Shed, lays it in. Grady 1 of 9 tonight, but that bucket gives Toronto a 1-point lead. And now Mobo nearly takes it away from Brown at center court. Jaylen Brown gets it back now on a switch picked up by Grady Dick. He's on the wing, crosses up Grady, gets in toward the paint, and we're going to have a foul going against Jaylen Brown.
He's been doing it all night, using the off arm to push off. So, Eric, let's do a quick case study here.
Go for it.
Celtics shoot about 37% on the year from 3. 43 of their 69 tonight from distance. Raptors playing good defense, holding the 33%. 43% overall. Toronto shooting 52% overall, only 25 from 3, but doubling up Boston points in the paint, 62-30. Don't tell me you can't win the old-fashioned way. By making twos, playing good defense on the threes, out-rebounding. Jakob Poeltl's got 26 points tonight on 12 of 14.
Raptors just missed a 2, but got the rebound back. And now on a second chance, Mobo, far side, tried to float one up, missed it. Cleaned up by Chris Boucher before the shot clock expired, and then Boucher fouled on his attempt. I believe it might be a loose ball, though. Are they going to give him free throws? I think they're going to get it before the shot attempt.
I think it was on the shot attempt. Peyton Pritchard ducking underneath him.
All right, we'll take it. Take it and run if you're a Raptor fan.
That's the way Quickly got hurt this year. Somebody was underneath him.
So Boucher does indeed go to the free throw line. 7 points, 3 boards in 12 minutes tonight, and Boucher knocks down the first free throw. Toronto 10 of 12 as a team.
I know all the numbers people are going to say, well, that's not how it goes. This is a championship team, fully healthy, against the last team in the conference that's beat up, that are playing old-fashioned. 62 of their 89 in the paint. Selective threes from the right people at the right time. Free throws are even. Both attempted 13. So don't tell me you can't win the old-fashioned way.
And back the other way after the Boucher free throws. It's a dunk that is good for Keita, bringing Boston within one at 89-88. Shed in the near corner to Mobo. Tough catch, but he keeps it in bounds. Now trying to get to the baseline. He's bumped, shoved by Hauser, and it's a foul on Sam Hauser.
And Hauser has the nerve to look skyward like I didn't touch him. Great move by Mobo. Good catch, giving himself a little bit of space on the baseline, and a quick change of speed and direction, getting the foul.
Shed driving near side. Throws one up, missed it, guided back into the tin by Jakob Poeltl, and Shed got caught with an elbow from, I believe, Jaylen Brown on his drive. He's checking the chicklets and looking over at the bench. As you noted earlier, Jonesy, the Raptors have been calling for the officials to look at Jaylen Brown with those elbows flying everywhere. Brown drove to the tin right there, scooped it up on the near side, got the layup to go, cuts the Raptor lead to 1. 91-90, Toronto on top with 9:45 to go in the ballgame. Shed out on the far wing. Gets it to Poeltl in the lane. Turns, fires, and a rare miss from Yak. Floated it a little too strong. Missed the shot.
Rushed that one. Thought he felt like he was under duress and had to rush it.
Brown down on the block. Triple teamed. Went right at Shed trying to use the advantage. The help from behind came from Chris Boucher. And that's who they're going to get the foul on. But Boston will have a chance here to regain the lead as they currently trail by 1. 2 free throws for Jaylen Brown.
Smart basketball there by the Celtics, getting the ball inside. Brown going down low against a smaller player.
91-90 as Brown releases the first free throw. It's good. Tied at 91. Brown, deep breath. Dips and fires on the second free throw. It's clean. Boston jumps on top by 1. 92-91. 9:35 left in the ballgame. Shed brings it up across center for Toronto. Grady came up. Looked like he was going to set the screen instead. Curls back and now finds the pass on the perimeter far side. Goes to Yak down near the block far side. Spins to the baseline. Goes up and under. Nifty footwork to step around Keita and lay it up and in.
Great use of the non-pivot foot by Poeltl to push off and clear distance going from one side of the rim to the other.
30 points in the ballgame for Jakob Poeltl, leading scorer on either side. He's got 9 rebounds as well. Toronto leading by 1. Jaylen Brown misses a 3 ball, but it's tracked down on the near side here by Keita. Over to White. White now in the paint, weaving through, stops, passes back out on the perimeter to Brown. Brown now driving, goes to the tin, met by Chris Boucher, but still got the layup to go. Tough take there from Jaylen Brown.
Really good drive by Brown. It's interesting, Boston kind of getting off the 3. At least Brown has the last few possessions.
Celtics leading by 1. 8:27 to play in the game. Grady has it on the near side. Peyton Pritchard on his hip. Yak comes over, tries to set a screen, but before Yak even got there, we've got a foul going against Jaylen Brown. (94-93), Boston on top. 8:24 to go in the ball game.
Raptors doing a really nice job hanging around, and you try to lean them out at the wire if you can.
I'm sensing another one of those games. Jonesy near sideline. Grady Dick, 3-ball is good. Knocks it down. He was 0 for 3. That's his first one from distance tonight, and a huge one to push Toronto on top by 2.
Love the way Grady's playing. Even though he hasn't made a lot of shots, he's doing other things, and he's continuing to cut, work hard, and be a threat.
96-94. Brown over to Hauser, wing, near side. Good look at a 3, and he made Toronto pay. Boston back on top by 1.
Well, that's where you just have to know your personnel. You know, just like the other night with A.J. Green, who's going to do nothing but catch the ball and shoot it. That's what Hauser's going to do. You just have to know you can't leave him.
And the Raptors take the timeout with 7:55 to play. Boston leading by 1. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans, and we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
As fall approaches and birds head south, a different kind of bird emerges, the Subaru. While migratory flocks seek warmth, Subaru's symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive keeps drivers soaring through the wild. During the migrating season, Subaru's hunger for adventure grows exponentially, driving the intrigued radio listeners to fall for Subaru at their local Subaru dealerships, experiencing an adventure of their own. So migrate to your local Subaru dealership to book a test drive today.
Oh, Maya. Maya. She loves being cool. 21 degrees is her favorite number. God, she's the coolest, especially at night. So I raised the temp at 10 p.m. because she gets chilly when she sleeps. Maya loves using less energy, and I love Maya. We're basically besties.
With SmartFlow from Enbridge Sustain, you won't have to think about your HVAC, but it will always be thinking of you. With smart controls and zero upfront costs. Visit EnbridgeSustainSmartFlow.com to learn more.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Cheers, Insiders. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for this Raptors game. Now, you, the one that hasn't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Come on, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single Raptors game this season, every single Maple Leafs game this season. If it's Toronto Sports and it's live, we're live on Toronto Sports Insider. So thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being subscribed and being an insider. And if you haven't done so yet, I know you're doing it right now. Thank you so much. Let's go Raptors. Back to the basketball.
November of 22.
So 1 point away from tying it and 1 bucket away from setting a new watermark.
Yeah, and he's already had a season high 30 tonight after a season high 25 last night. He's just reliable, dependable, without fanfare, unspectacular, does his job. The words of our favorite coach, Bill Belichick, do your job.
Well, and he's getting a breather right now. Pirtle, he's on the bench. Boucher near corner. Out to Battle. Up fake. Back to Boucher. Drew and defenders. Wide open look for Chris Boucher. And he turns and says a few words to some fans sitting in the front row as he was probably getting an earful. And the Raptors lead by 2.
How about Jamison Battle? Up fake, escape, dribble, say you give up a good shot for a great shot.
Brown out on the far wing. To Hauser, catch, turn, fire, missed the shot, high for the rebound, Horford. Out to White, up fake, gets to the free throw line. Jumper is good. Derek White, we're tied at 99.
Battle did a really nice job on Hauser, knowing the personnel, challenging the shot. Toronto needed to come up with the rebound.
7 minutes to play, under 7 minutes now. Barrett saw a gap, tried to go at Brown. Goes over in the far corner to Chris Boucher, who rips the cords on another triple, and Toronto jumps on top by 3 with 6:50 to play.
Great job by Boucher. Chris so playing within himself. 15 points in 16 minutes. 5 of 6 tonight.
102-99.
I love the ball movement and the player movement by the Raptors right now. Deep in the stretch, they are right there.
Brown, same spot as last time, out on the far wing. Barrett in front of him. Gets to the free throw line. Now below it. Goes back out on the perimeter to Hauser. Bounce pass near corner to White for three. Tied at 102.
Unnecessary help there. Jamison Battle had Hauser under control, or Shed had Hauser under control. Battle's got to rotate.
Barrett driving down Main Street. Missed with a left-hand scoop. Boston taps it out and controls the rebound. Tough miss there for RJ. White on the near side. Curling into the paint. Got by Battle. Throws it up at the rim. Looked like he might have been fouled. No call. And now they call Mobo with a slight bump on Keita. I don't think that was a foul, but there was one earlier. Battle should have been called.
Interesting. I thought White leaned in to cause that contact on Battle. A good no call. And
well, you and I would have been in the gray shirts disagreeing with one another, I guess.
Yeah, we would have. Look, the offense gets so much right now when they lean in.
You're right
and
about
cause and I'm not just talking about in basketball. Pass interference every play in football. Holding, like the offense gets so much that I'm giving the defense a little bit of a break.
Tied at 102. White gets into the lane. Good contest by RJ, and White misses. And Barrett throws it ahead to Mitchell. Cross court, left to right to Abaji. Near corner, it's Boucher. Chris back to Ochai. Up top to RJ. Out near center. Now Barrett driving toward the far side, well above the arc. On the switch, he's got Keita in front of him. Crosses up the big man. Step back at the free throw line. Left it short off the front of the rim. Still locked at 102. 5:25 to go in the ball game. Tatum in the far corner. Pirtle out on the perimeter. Tatum drives to the baseline, passes into the near corner to Horford. Horford drives into the paint. Bumped as he releases. Bucket and a foul. I'm not sure where the foul was.
Again, the offense gets a lot. I thought the Raptors did a really good job. You make Horford put it on the floor. Again, we had a clean look at the replay. I don't see any contact. Was marginal, negligible after the Horford travel.
104-102, Boston leading by 2. That's the first shot made by Horford inside the arc tonight, and he knocks down the free throw to extend the Boston lead to 3. 105-102. 5:10 to go in the ball game now. Davion Mitchell.
Got to be careful with the ball. Quality possessions all the way home now.
Mitchell above the far elbow. Now driving on the near side. Trying to weave through traffic. Couldn't do so. Brings it back toward the perimeter. Finds RJ. Late in the shot clock. Barrett driving. Bump. Throws the head back. Throws the ball up. And he draws the foul against the Celts.
RJ's really stepped to the forefront in terms of his ball handling and his ability to run the team.
And it was a reach on Keita, so it wasn't the foul on Brown, but on Keita. RJ Barrett goes to the free throw line, and Jonesy, that's the 4th team foul for Boston. So the next one sends Toronto to the free throw line with every whistle the rest of the game. We've still got 4 minutes and 58 seconds to play, but RJ, unfortunately, has his first shot rim out. Now he'll try and split it right here. Missed the second one. Boucher, though, with the rebound in traffic, rips the ball away, falling to the floor. He tried to pass to a teammate, and we're going to have a loose ball foul called against Toronto. I believe it was Barrett.
All right, we've seen this movie before from the Raptors.
And is this a transition take? Yep.
Wow. They've just become so arbitrary with that call.
Or maybe it's not Jonesy.
No,
they initially signaled for it. Tatum went to the free throw line, and then the official spoke and called it off.
Right.
Boston runs offense. Tatum in the lane, sucks in defenders, kicks out on the perimeter, far sideline. Horford missed it, and then Keita with the rebound tried to guide it back into the Tim, and it rolled off the rim. Raptors catch a break. Can they take advantage? Barrett in the lane is fouled, and back to the free throw line for RJ Barrett. I don't know if the house just got fed a couple of moments ago, because when RJ went 0 for 2, especially in the fourth quarter, the fans went nuts. So I don't know if it's pizza or chicken sandwich or what the contest is.
I thought I saw one of the game ops people walking around with some kind of food on a big fathead type placard.
105-103 as Barrett knocks down the first free throw.
May not taste as well if they're eating it after a loss.
R.J. Barrett now up to 18 points in the ball game. He's got 12 assists, 8 rebounds, and he misses the second free throw. 1 for his last 4 at the stripe at a very inopportune time. Barrett has played so well tonight, but just 4 of 8 at the stripe. Hopefully those don't come back to bite Toronto as they trail by 2. Tatum in the lane again, sucks in 3 defenders, turns out to a wide open Al Horford, who knocks down the triple on the near sideline. Boston's lead is 5 with under 4 minutes to play.
All right, for the Raptors, stay tight, good possessions, good ball movement, good player movement. Don't get static here.
Mitchell out on the wing far side, well above the arc. Over to Barrett. Barrett elevated, looked like he was going to pass to Pirtle. It was deflected. He gets it back, hoists a 3 and knocks it down. Look what I found. R.J. Barrett.
A quick look at the shot clock. When he lost the ball, he knew he had to go.
Raptors down 2, 3:25 to play. Brown driving far side. Whips a pass out on the perimeter to Horford, who got lazy with it, trying to get it to White, and that's going to be a violation on the Celtics. And Toronto will get the ball off the Boston turnover with a chance to tie or take the lead with 3:17 to play.
You know, Derek White let that ball go almost all the way to the baseline. When we were growing up and taught how to play, the NBA rule is different, but because it's an over and back, they get it at center. The real rule should be wherever you pick it up, the closest sideline is where the team gets the ball.
Barrett throws it over to Mitchell. Mitchell out on the far side, now hands it back to Barrett. Inside the arc to Pirtle in the lane, scooped it up under the arm of Horford, was fouled by Al, and he'll go to the free throw line. I thought he had a chance, Jonesy, to slide a little bit further down and actually kiss it off glass.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to be a wide open layup for Pirtle.
Yeah, he took one step, another power dribble. He would have had Horford on his back, and as you said, maybe a chance for an and one.
3:08 to play. Pirtle, first free throw, way off.
Raptors leaking oil with the free throws coming down the stretch.
Came into the fourth quarter, the Raptors shooting 9 of 11. They're now 3 of 7, make that 4 of 8 in the fourth quarter.
Give me 2 of them back and I have the lead. Not all 4, just 2.
Toronto trailing by 1, 108-107, under 3 minutes to go now. Tatum out near center. Keita came up to set a screen. Ochai stays with Tatum, gets to the near elbow, now passes over to Keita out on the far side, handing it off to Brown. Brown with Mitchell all over him. Davion holding his ground. Did they get that one off?
No.
I didn't think so. But the Raptors luckily get the rebound. Looked like that shot came about a half a second afterwards. Davion Mitchell. Jackknife pass out on the perimeter to Grady Dick near side. Turns, fires, missed the shot. Mitchell gets it back though. Second chance opportunity. Grady out to Barrett, far wing. 3-ball no good. Derek White with the rebound.
Some good looks. Some good looks. Got to go back and get a stop.
2:20 to play. Raptors down 1. Tatum drives into the paint. Kicks out to White. 3-ball no good. Raptors couldn't get the rebound, and White picks it up. And as he tries to drive to the tin, Mitchell takes a foul. And now Mitchell holding onto his right shoulder, trying to flex out that arm as we've got a timeout on the floor. Boston's timeout with 2:11 to play, and the Celtics leading 108-107 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just
What's up, basketball fans? Now's the time of the night for you to let us know where you're watching from in the chat. How far out around the world do we have Raptors fans, or the opposite team's fans because the Raptors are really bad this year. But thank you for being here. Let us know. Put your country's flag emoji in the chat, or let us know your city and province in Canada, city and state in the United States, and all over the world. Let's get back to the basketball. Thank you for participating in the chat and letting us know where you're watching from. Now let's go Raptors. Let's get a freaking W. Let's go.
Lease the CRV LX two-wheel drive for $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,000 down. Offer includes $1,500 lease bonus. OAC conditions apply. See HondaOntario.com.
Desjardins Insurance cares a lot about their clients. In fact, it's packed with such a ginormous amount of vast and substantial care that's bursting with even more whoppingly humongous and colossal care. You might be a little surprised when we tell you that all of that care fits in the palm of your hand. With the Desjardins Insurance mobile app, you'll get a big hand with 24/7 paper-free access to all of your home and auto policies, including your digital pink slip. Get insurance that's really big on care at Desjardins.com/care.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 2:11 to play in the ballgame. Boston leading 108-107. The Celtics entered the fourth quarter with a 1-point lead, and Jonesy, that's where it stands right now with just over 2 minutes to play.
Well, Raptors doing a really nice job coming down the stretch here. Hanging with Boston. It's about making some plays now. It's all it is. You know, if you were in practice and you said you got a 2-minute game, 1-point difference, both teams shooting the bonus, let's see what happens.
R.J. Barrett is 1 rebound shy of the triple-double. I don't doubt for a moment that he would trade that for a victory, as Toronto still in search of its first road win of the season and looking for just win number 3 as well. Yet another ball game where the Raptors have played well enough to win, but will they be able to secure the victory? They're down 1. Derek White's going to try to push it to at least 2, if not 3, at the free throw line. The first free throw is no good. So the score stays at 108-107. Getting set for the second free throw. White knocks that one down. He's got 18 points in the ballgame. And the Raptors trail by 2. Davion Mitchell.
2-point game, 2 minutes to go. Raptors done a nice job tonight looking after the ball.
Mitchell gets into the paint, got to the 10, lays it up and in, plus the foul as Tatum bumped him. It's an and-one opportunity for Davion Mitchell, and his free throw could give Toronto the lead.
Great job. Change of speed. Faked a dribble handoff to Barrett. Never put the ball back in his left hand. Never let the shot blocker get close. Didn't expose it to the midline of his body. Wrong foot layup, and he's got a chance to give Toronto the lead.
Tied, at least for now, at 109. Mitchell at the free throw line. Knocks it down. Raptors lead by 1 with 2:01 to play. In Boston.
It's where you got to dig in. You say, hey, we've come this far. Second night of the back-to-back. Let's get this.
Starters on the floor for both teams. Tatum over to Horford. Faked the pass to Brown. Kept it himself and buried another 3. A wing 3 ball puts the Celtics up by 2 with 1:45 to play.
Al Horford has 1 shot tonight that's not a 3. Know your personnel. KYP. Don't rotate away from him or leave him or stunt at him. He's going to look to shoot it.
And they did a quick review to make sure that his feet were behind the line. They were, so it is a 3.
Under 2 minutes to go, you can do that immediately.
112-110. Boston by 2. Barrett straight away. Picked up by Horford. Goes over on the near side to Grady. Dick gets to the near elbow. Jumper is good for Grady Dick.
Confident move. And he took Derek White, a pretty good defender as well.
Ties the game at 112. With 1:27 to play.
Referee Kevin Scott blowing the whistle.
Maybe shot clock again? Because he pointed toward the Raptor end of the floor, and obviously the Raptors can't take a timeout. They didn't have the ball.
Shot clock was at 23, and that ball had come up the court. So they need to go back and look at clock stops on every basket under 2 minutes. Go back and look at where it was when Grady hit and then calculate from there.
Looks like they've set it now at 19, and that is where it's going to stay, 19 seconds. Boston inbounding. And they get it to Derek White. White out on the wing far side. Drops the pass to Tatum. Tatum just above the free throw line, gives it back out to White. 3-ball is no good. Raptors control the rebound, and with just over a minute to play, the Raptors could take the lead. Barrett gets to the free throw line, went right, spun back left, now turns in, leans in on Brown, takes the contact, gets the bucket. A three-point opportunity coming for R.J. Barrett on a night where he's got a triple-double, and he's trying to carry his team to victory.
Well, and again, Eric, shout out to old-time basketball. Tatum was at the free throw line with Grady Dick on him, and with a little bit of help, he pitched it out to Derek White. And don't tell me the Celtics aren't shooting the three well tonight. They average 18 makes on 53s. They're 18 of 52 tonight. Unfortunately, RJ misses the free throw.
1 for 5, I believe it is, for RJ in the fourth quarter from the stripe. Raptors still leading by 2, though. Stop and go. Brown into the lane, sucks some defenders, hands it off to Keita, who lays it in. We're tied at 114 with 42 seconds to play. And Toronto takes another timeout.
Well, Darko only has 1 left. Philosophical. My team had been playing well. I'd have let them play. You're walking it up the court. Call one of your HFPs, one of your high-frequency plays, especially one of the ones that's been working tonight, that mid screen and roll with Barrett and Pirtle. You got your shooters, Grady and Ochai, in the corner. I get it, calling the timeout to make sure you get a good shot. I get it. But your team has been disciplined all night, shooting 52%. Only 7 turnovers. Save that timeout for a challenge. Save that timeout to manage the end of the game. We're already inside a minute. If you need to advance the ball, you need to save a possession. Let's see what they get out of this timeout.
42.5 seconds to play. Raptors and Celtics tied at 114. Boston has 2 timeouts remaining. Toronto has 1. Both teams in the bonus. And we'll see if this thing ends in regulation or if we're going to see overtime. Ochai Agbaji on the near sideline will inbound for the Raptors. Barrett right now is in the backcourt. That's where where Ochai throws it to RJ. As now Barrett brings it across center. Sees a seam, drives in, goes at the 10, blocked from behind by Jaylen Brown, but it goes off Brown out of bounds. So Toronto will keep it with 15 still on the shot clock.
I like the play call by Darko.
Now Toronto inbounds from the baseline and under the net before the ball's even tossed in. Brown and Barrett tangled up and both shoving one another.
Well, Jaylen Brown's been taking liberties.
Mitchell looking to get it in. Lobs it over to Yak on the near side, hands it back to Mitchell, who came back to get the ball. Mitchell has it back in his hands. To Pirtle in the lane. At the free throw line, looks up at the shot clock. It's at 5. Pirtle trying to go at Tatum. He's tripped up as he spins and thrown to the floor. No call.
Wow. 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 Reached in with the left hand, pulled back with the right.
12 seconds to go. Boston can hold for the last shot and walk off the Raptors. White over to Tatum. Game clock down to 4. Tatum bumped off. Ochai turns, fires, misses a wide open shot, and we're going to overtime.
Pushed off and then shoots an air ball.
He caught Ochai with a forearm, turned and had a wide open look from about 15, 16 feet and missed it. And we're getting multiple angles on the other end of the foul that wasn't blown against Tatum. He completely threw Poeltl to the ground. There's no doubt about it, and there was no call. Luckily, Tatum misses, as the Raptors will now have a chance to win it in overtime. And the extra session is next on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Jim, sweetie, it's me, Dawn, on the radio. Please don't get me earrings again this year. I have a jewelry box full of them. I love them, but all I really want is a gift certificate to Thermea Spa.
What's up, Raptors fans? I just wanted to stop and say thank you for making this community awesome. Thank you for chatting it up. Let's take it back for a minute. Do you remember this shot?
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto is won!
Had to take it back to the buzzer beater there from Kawhi Leonard in 2019 on that run that won Game 7 against the Sixers. Yeah, the diehard Raptors fans remember that shot very well. One of the best shots in basketball history. Thank you for hanging out with us and making this community what it is. Let's get back to the basketball. Let's go, Raptors. Let's get the W.
And 2 red velvet cookies.
Ooh, jingle my bells.
No, thank you. But all this delicious and fixins for just $8.99.
Yum. Maybe some sugar plums.
No idea what that is. The new festive faves meal. A merry $8.99. Only at Subway. At participating Canadian restaurants. Extras additional. Terms and conditions apply.
By the fireplace.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Getting set to start overtime. The Raptors and Celtics tied at 114. RJ Barrett with a triple-double tonight. 23 points, 13 assists, 10 rebounds. Double-double for Jakob Poeltl, who has tied his career high with 31 points, adding 10 rebounds. And Poeltl will jump it off to start OT against Cornet, and Boston controls the tip. They will start with the ball.
All right, if you're Raptors, just be resilient the way you have been all night.
Jaylen Brown, triple, starts OT from straight away. Boston by 3. Davion Mitchell across center. Bumped by White, gets the ball back. Shot clock down to 10. Over to Poeltl above the far elbow. Back out on the perimeter to Grady. Up fake to a cutting Barrett in the lane. Weaves through defenders. Thought he was hit again. Didn't get the call, but Poeltl tipped it back in, and the Raptors get their first bucket of OT, trailing by 1. 117-116. Tatum out on the far side. Over to Cornet. Cornet now hands off to Brown on the wing near side. Mitchell right there as Brown tried to cross over, dribbled it off his foot out of bounds, and now Brown trying to say that that's actually off Toronto. No chance. He dribbled it right off his own foot. (117-116). Raptors down 1. Barrett. Nice drop pass to Poeltl in the lane. Took contact, got the bucket. Raptors lead by 1.
RJ with a great job tonight, just orchestrating the offense so well from the point position.
118-117. New career high for Jakob Poeltl with 35 and counting, as Boston just came up empty on the offensive end. Raptors with the rebound. Down the floor they come as Barrett gets into the lane. And they're going to say that there's no foul on White, who held up the ball. White was looking for a jump ball. Barrett fought through, released the shot, and it was an air ball that went out of bounds. And now Tatum drives down, scoops it up, and gets a layup to go, and Boston leads by 1. Mitchell back for the Raptors. stops near the right block. He's caught in the paint. He's got to get out of there. Throws it back on the perimeter to Grady Dick.
They don't have the nerve to call 3 seconds.
R.J. Barrett staring down Hauser. Crosses him up. Gets below the near elbow. Took contact again. Turns, fires. His little push shot, no good. Rims out. Boston with the rebound, and the Celtics leading by 1. White over to Tatum. Tatum around a screen set by Cornette. Gives it back to Cornette in the lane. On the perimeter to White. In the corner to Hauser. Sidestep. 3-ball. Left it short. Pirtle with the rebound. Beat Cornette to the ball.
Good challenge by Ochai.
Ochai now has it far sideline. Triple is good right in front of his own bench. Raptors lead by 2 in the extra session with 2:20 to play.
Love the fight of these Raptors. Just absolutely love how hard they are fighting.
121-119. Tatum trying to work against Grady Dick. Goes out on the far wing to Hauser. Over to Jaylen Brown, far side. Brown being hounded by Mitchell. Goes back out towards center. Deep triple from Jason Tatum, no good. And it goes right into the midst of White. Out to Hauser, wide open near side. 3-ball, no good. Pirtle over the back of Cornette, and it's going to be a foul on Jakob Pirtle. Toronto dodging, Jonesy, 2 bullets there with wide open shots for Boston. But the Celtics still come away with the ball and a chance to tie or take the lead off the foul from Jakob Pirtle. How about Yak tonight with 35 points and 12 rebounds? And now a foul on Mitchell, knocking over Jaylen Brown. And that was before the Celtics inbounded the ball as well.
You know, Brown posted up and put his hands behind him. Well.
So Boston gets the free throw and the ball. As Tatum knocks down the free throw to pull the Celtics within 1. And now a bucket of 2 or 3 would give Boston the lead with 1:50 to play in overtime. 121-120, Raptors on top. Tatum will inbound for Boston from the near sideline. Out there with Brown, Horford, Queta, and White. The starting 5 on the floor for both teams. Horford to White. Out towards center on that logo. White now gives it back to Tatum. Out on the far wing. Barrett in front of him. He gets down below the elbow. Double team came. Goes over to Queta in the far corner. Misses the triple. Ochai sneaks in there to snatch the rebound. Pushes ahead to Barrett too far. RJ couldn't squeeze. And the Raptors promptly turn it over for just the 9th time tonight.
That would have been one where, yes, it was tempting to look ahead to RJ. With the way you've been executing your half court, scoring 74 of your 121 in the paint, I'd have got something a little bit more settled on that possession.
121-120. Raptors by 1 with 1:15 to play. Tatum driving through traffic. Kicks out on the perimeter. Horford to Brown. Far sideline. It's good for Jaylen Brown. Boston leads by 2.
Pretty good defense. Rotation was right there. Close enough to touch. Ochai's got to just live with that one.
123-121. RJ driving, scooping, finishing over the outstretched arm of Queta, and we're locked at 123.
RJ with a 25, 10, and 15 triple-double to 15 assists, a career high.
45 seconds to play. 12 on the shot clock for the Celtics.